Your Tuesday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We got a major Mason and Ireland announcement coming up in about 11 minutes.
Yeah, and so do you want to tease us? Because we don't exactly know what's going on.
Why?
Just wait 11 minutes.
I heard you doing this bit yesterday.
What bit? I don't do bits. I'm just...
No, you're like,
I just speak honestly.
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, well, clearly I don't exactly know what it is.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Do you want me to get the feather out and tease you?
Yeah, sure. Tease away. No feathers. No feathers, thank you. So 12:30 we're doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be 12:32, depending on what time we break.
Okay.
And our friends from Fresh Brothers are coming in just a moment.
Oh, my God. I love Fresh Brothers. That is such great pizza.
You're
Mr. Fresh Brothers.
Yeah, and I'm very ticked at Ron Mitchell.
Oh, really?
Ron Mitchell
As he walked in, that was perfect timing.
Yeah, that Ron is in big trouble.
What happened to Ron?
He didn't tell me Fresh Brothers was
Oh,
coming, and I
and
just went and ate a bunch of food.
Oh, no.
You were on my list.
Oh,
You were
man.
right there. Chris didn't tell me either, but it's your fault. You're on the list.
This is pizza with purpose. That's the thing about Fresh
I
Brothers.
eat Fresh Brothers probably 4 times a month.
You use the app all the time,
I do.
right? Yeah.
I can order within 10. It's the greatest app known to man.
Really?
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You hit it. There's a reorder button. You hit that.
Bam!
And like 10 minutes later, this is at your house.
Man.
It is spectacular.
Well, here's the great thing. Now that my heart is back in normal range, I can have a slice.
Can you have a slice?
Love
now?
it.
Oh, that's right. I saw on Instagram your heart rate is up. That's right.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Thank
there's
you.
cauliflower crust? Nice.
It's the ejection fraction rate is up to back to
Can't
normal.
say enough
That's
good
good.
things about Fresh
Yeah,
Brothers.
me either. Fresh, never frozen, mozzarella, hand-picked produce.
Mozzarella. Come on, say it right. Mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
And trust me on this, people. Get the app.
Yeah.
Get the Fresh Brothers app. It is as easy to use of an app as exists in the world today.
Yes.
Get it.
We love our friends at Fresh Brothers,
We
and we're
do.
going to be digging in. Thank you so much to Fresh Brothers for bringing food on a live Imaging Tuesday.
Yeah.
Where we're making a major Mason and Ireland announcement. Now, the Lakers, I mean, who'd they get it yesterday?
What?
Jake
Are
Era,
you-
what was his
Jake
name?
LaRavia?
Jake
How dare
LaRavia.
you
Jake
mock Jake
LaRavia.
LaRavia?
Did you not have a board at home with all potential free
I
agents
didn't have
with
Jake
Jake
up there.
LaRavia on
You
the
didn't
board?
have Jake on the board?
I didn't.
Even after he worked
Darn
out
it
all
all.
summer with Austin
He worked
Reeves?
out with Austin Reeves all summer.
Well, Austin didn't end the greatest.
Come on.
There's a great piece of tape out there, a video, a
Yeah.
clip.
It's the same clip they're using over and over and over again of Jake, I think.
Oh, no, of the one in the car?
Oh, no, I thought you were at the play-by-play.
No, so he's in a car
Yeah,
doing
okay.
an interview with, I think it was the guys from Lakers Nation or something.
Yeah.
And they've been talking to him for like 10 minutes.
Right.
And at the end, they go, all right, Jake, well, good luck in your free agency. Hey, maybe you'll come to the Lakers. And LaRavia takes his phone. Laura, find this clip. This clip exists, and it's easy to find. Jake LaRavia takes his phone. He's been talking to these guys for 10 minutes.
Right.
And this is Lakers Nation?
Yeah, I
Randomly
think.
he's doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he takes his phone. He goes, well, you know who's driving the car? And he pans over, and Austin Reeves has been driving the car.
Oh.
So I think Austin gets a little closer fee for getting us Jake
Nice.
LaRavia.
Nice.
But
Well,
now we're playing the waiting game. So for people who are curious, DeAndre Ayton, who the Lakers have clearly targeted, and did you, Brian, did we put that clip in there from Windhorst that I sent you after? Okay, so here's Brian Windhorst talking about when Miles Turner went from Indiana to Milwaukee.
Yes.
Why that was significant for the Lakers. Hit it, Brian.
I'm not sure how they did it. So that's number one. Number two, this has Lakers ramifications because the Lakers were competing with the Bucks for DeAndre Ayton. And so this leaves DeAndre Ayton to go to the Lakers to be their starting center as a possible ramification of this.
But as you pointed out, now that
Now
Miles
we're competing with Indiana.
Now Miles Turner has gone from Indiana. They need a center. By the way, there have been centers that have moved. Like I saw Jonas Valanciunas signed today. I mean, he's another guy who could have been a fit. Brooke Lopez, Clint Capella, all these guys
Well, the
came
Brook
off the
Lopez
board.
one, that stung last night. That stung.
Yeah, I
when
think that
happened.
went the wrong way.
Okay, so if I give you a choice.
Yes.
This reminded me of 2018 when you and I did a free agency show. Remember? We were
I
sitting
do
here for
remember.
Kawhi
And we got nothing.
Paul George.
The Jake LaRavia hour.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if I gave you your choice
Yep.
between Jonas Valanciunas, Clint Capella, Brooke Lopez, or DeAndre Ayton, okay, you can have one. Which one you want?
It's a good question. I'm going Lopez.
DeAndre Ayton.
I'm going Ayton. I'm with Chris.
I mean,
Lopez
is he going to be on time? Is he going to show up? Is he going to make the plane? Is he going to show up and practice on time? Is he going to be injured?
Well, these are all rumored.
No, I know.
He had. In
I mean, we played a clip yesterday from Kendrick Perkins, who was like cancer in the locker room, all that kind of stuff. So I don't know what exactly you're getting. He's 14-10 last year, so he's a serviceable guy. But is he? We've already got Luka, who we're worried about being in shape, and now we've got DeAndre Ayton, who you're worried if he's going to show up on time.
Yeah, those pictures of Luka, he looks like you with his shirt
By
off
the way,
now.
he does. Luka, have you seen pictures? Luka does look thinner now.
We did a whole bit on this while you were gone.
Yeah.
I have seen many, many pictures.
Yeah.
Answer me this.
Yeah.
Why is there no video?
Right.
Anywhere.
No, you're right. You're absolutely
None
right.
video
of skinny Luka. None. Zip.
Give him some credit.
Tonight
Zero.
on Skinny Luka.
Skinny Luka.
Because if you were,
yeah,
I think still pictures tonight, Chris, as somebody who has battled weight and now is on the lower end,
right?
You can make any picture appear that you're not heavy.
Absolutely.
But in a videos don't lie.
Videos don't lie, and
so,
they usually capture
I went on
all
this
the
rant
angles.
last week.
Yep.
And
My hips don't either.
I said, I brought Laura in on it. Laura, who is talked about her weight for years. I said, and I'll bring you in again, Laura. Can you or can you not deceive someone with a still photo?
Oh, 100% you can finesse it. I posted one when I was in Chicago, and I look hella thin. And I'm like, listen, angles, baby.
Yeah, but Mace, isn't that weird?
It is weird.
I'm hoping that, and I'll put it out there again to anyone in their audience. Send me video of Skinny Luka.
Okay, I got it. You know what I did? I Googled YouTube Skinny Luka.
Okay, what's the video and what's the date of the video?
The date of the video is 1 month ago. Okay. Now, 1 month ago, it was posted, right?
Okay.
So here is.
Hold it up so I can see it.
Okay. It's not him playing.
He's sitting down.
But look at when they pan over.
He's sitting down.
Look when they pan over.
He's sitting down.
That man is thin.
I hope you're right.
That man is in shape. That man is lean.
I hope he's in the best shape of his life. I'm
He's
just wondering
ready.
where the hell's the video, and it doesn't count if he's sitting down. All right, that's Laura. Can I deceive sitting down also?
Okay, how about standing up?
No, sitting down's a little harder.
Watch it. He stands
Don't
up
throw that
here.
laptop like that.
He stands up and doesn't move.
He waves. He stands up and waves.
Does it jiggle?
No, he's
can't
not
do
jiggling.
that.
Well, it may jiggle. We don't know
not
yet.
jiggling.
He just stands
The
up.
man is a lean, mean machine for 2025. Yeah, what? Yeah, you look thin.
No, I don't.
Before we get to the major Mason and Ireland
yes.
announcement in just a few minutes,
Yep.
thanks to our friends at Fresh Brothers. I'm holding
love
up
them.
here. Fresh Brothers pizza with purpose, real ingredients, whole ingredients. And look at this
Love
comeback.
Fresh Brothers.
Look at this comeback I've made. Who would have thought months
Who
ago
would
That
have
is
thought we'd ever see
fantastic.
that again?
a slice of pepperoni pizza
Morales
right in my
and
mouth?
Pizza. Beautiful.
Dead to me, Ron Mitchell. You're dead to me.
You know, eat
Poor
it
Ron.
anyway. I'm
Beautiful,
going to.
baby, beautiful. Thank you to Fresh Brothers.
Yes. All right, so coming up next, a major world-shaking announcement.
How you can press the flesh in private.
Oh. Well, yeah. You describe it that way. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, I want you to remember this website. If you own a company, in particular, you got to protect your information. You got to protect your data. And Thrive, the leading managed security service provider in the United States, is the company that will help you do it. All you got to do is go to this website, thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. The truth is, 1/3 of businesses will turn over their sensitive company data to thieves this year. In an instant, your customer files, bank accounts, everything is compromised. You won't know until the ransom note hits your email. Preventing data turnover is why your business needs Thrive. It all starts with a comprehensive cyber risk assessment. Thrive security analysts identify gaps, deliver solutions to help your network stay healthy and protective. Trust me, I've been hacked. You don't want it. It's not a matter of if, it's when. Get ready. Get your no-obligation security recommendation and consultation. Your business depends on it. Go to that website, thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. Protect your business with Thrive.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Coming up today at 3 p.m.
What? You got to do a cat-cow. You know how to do that? A cat-cow stretch.
A what?
A cat-cow.
What is a cat-cow?
You get on your fours and then
you... Go show them. Go in there and show them.
I can't. All right.
Let me see it. I think I know what you're talking about. I do it every day. But I didn't know it's called a cat-cow.
Cat-cow.
Well, get in front of the camera, guy.
You got to get on your fours and do this, and then you got to do that.
Yeah, I do that every day. I do that every day. I do cat-cow. Cat-cow. Moo. Meow. Moo meow.
Waba Grill.
What's our secret? It's our sauce.
Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Waba Grill. It's unexpected. It's delicious. It's saucy. It's for you.
Fun way to drive home.
Sedano and Cap.
Your friends at George Chevrolet want to wish you a safe and happy holiday this 4th of July. There's no better way to celebrate than behind the wheel of a new Chevy. Happy Independence Day from George Chevrolet, proudly serving our community in the red, white, and blue.
Pack your summer with awe and awesome at SeaWorld San Diego. Get real close to over 9,000 animals. Discover the all-new Jewels of the Sea, the jellyfish experience. Race at unreal speeds across 16,000 feet of coaster track. Make summer spectacular with stunt shows, star-studded concerts, fireworks, and the reimagined Journey to Atlantis. Now through September 1st, visit SeaWorldSanDiego.com to save up to 55% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during the 4th of July sale. Hurry, offer ends soon.
SoFi Personal Loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right, pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi Personal Loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Are you gonna wait for a sign? Your miracle. 12:31 on a live imaging Tuesday. This is it, Jack.
This is it.
Mason and Ireland. Kenny Loggins at Yacht Rock Tuesday.
Oh, so good. I've missed Yacht Rock.
I know. Thanks to our friends at Fresh Brothers. As I mentioned, pizza with purpose, but also better ingredients, better pizza. The Fresh Brothers way, and it is
so
delicious.
Good. Look at the whole team.
The whole Mishpuka is
all in it and devouring it. Pizza everywhere.
All right, Brian Cohen in there, producer BC. Give me my major announcement music, please. I feel like I'm blowing the trumpet myself.
Yeah, that's sounds like royalty is.
It is royalty.
Arriving. Oh, come on.
I meant me, not you.
Oh, yes.
It is time for our Mason and Ireland major announcement. The first ever time we are doing a private Press the Flesh event with Mason and Ireland. Your only way to get in will be either to buy tickets or to win.
Okay.
Happening Saturday, July 26th in the evening, around 5 o'clock.
Okay.
The Mason and Ireland 21st birthday private podcast party.
Oh, we're doing a podcast. So cool.
A private show for only Mason and Ireland fans.
Amazing.
We're allowed to swear on a podcast.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
we not?
yeah.
You could swear.
Oh, I'm going to drop
like,
some F-bombs.
Kind of like how you kissed Mace and Mandy's 3.
Yeah, you had to be there.
You could kiss him back now in private.
Yeah, that will not happen.
The private podcast
the odds
party.
of that happening are
low.
Tickets will most likely go on sale tomorrow at ESPNLA.com.
Okay, most likely. What are the odds?
There's an
like
I'd say
60%.
90%.
90%. Okay, good.
And here's the thing. There are only 120 seats.
Is that right?
That's it?
That's
We're
it.
like SNL.
This is like exclusive.
And your purchase will be a very small investment. It's not a big ticket item.
Yeah.
We kept it reasonable.
$150?
200?
Not even that much.
No, really.
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
You get private sessions with you guys in the beginning.
Private sessions.
To press the flesh in
That's
private,
very cool.
take pictures, get autographed. We've got a beautiful commemorative Mason and Ireland 21st birthday item that has there's only 200 of them being made.
Really? I've not. Do I know what this is? Have I seen
very
it?
cool.
Oh,
It's very
okay.
cool.
Cool.
It's
So
very
it's like
cool.
a
I have
really
zero
cool
idea
souvenir.
what this is.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
This is happening Saturday, July 26th. More details tomorrow. The Mason and Ireland 21st birthday. How's it been 21 years already?
How has it been 21
The time has
years?
flown.
Yep.
Private podcast party. I can't wait.
I think it's going to be fantastic.
And
So-
I am purposely going to MC, and I'm going to open the show.
Oh, are you?
Just to piss off all the Mason and Ireland
Oh,
people.
good. Yeah. Now
That will do it.
So I did know about this. I did not. I thought there might be another announcement, but I did get wind of this. And one of the things we talked about, we started planning out what the show is going
Right.
to look like, what the podcast show is
Will
going to
you
look
go
like.
shirtless at any point in the show?
Will not.
Okay.
I
will.
did go.
I might.
I went shirtless at Richard Krasnick's house.
You did. You did.
I'll always remember where I was. Richard Krasnick's pool.
Right.
The day
Splashing
the Lakers
around.
got sold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank goodness he had a pool. It was like 98
Oh, it
degrees
was
that day.
fantastic.
D's grease.
So, so this
Hey,
is
Mason and
July the 26th,
Right.
which is a Saturday.
Saturday night with Mason and Ireland.
Oh.
Autograph session around 5:30 to 7. Recording. We will record the show just
Yeah.
so we have it. But a live podcast party like 7 to 9.
Now, will it?
And
Will
if it
you?
keeps going,
Will
we'll
you
keep going.
allow Mason to release it on the Culture Pop platform?
No.
No,
Oh.
not on that.
I'll allow him to release a lot of things that night, but not that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
And by the way, much like that show you Once Upon a Time did, where maybe you enjoyed a few.
I don't even remember that.
I do.
Yeah.
I do remember.
I believe that.
I have no recollection.
I
of that.
believe that he has no recollection. That's
You
for sure.
can't-
Wait a minute, this is my show.
You can enjoy those things again.
Oh, nice.
There are no restrictions.
There
in
are no
other words.
restrictions.
Okay.
Really? Now, is it going to
Well,
air?
don't get sloshed.
Will it air live on the radio, or
No.
it's just going to be for the
It's
pod?
not airing anywhere.
Oh, okay, so you have to get it on podcast if you're not there.
We haven't even decided if we're ever going to release it.
Really? Well,
don't
why
know.
are
Oh,
we recording it if we're not going to release
may be
it?
So
like
that we
the-
could release it.
The Hidden Beatles album.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or like the Lost Bruce Springsteen tracks coming out now. Maybe 10 years from now, we'll release it. Maybe.
Oh yeah, you could
Or
take
maybe
it.
I'll just watch it in private for my own enjoyment.
Yeah, you could if you play it backwards.
I don't know.
Like a
Paul
Be-
is dead.
No.
If you play it backwards.
570 is dead.
Right. I was going to say, does it sound like the Loose Cannons? But either way. Saturday, July 26th. More ticket details tomorrow. But please get ready to join us for the Mason and Ireland 21st birthday private podcast party.
Fantastic. I'm excited for that. July the 26th. Want to see everybody out there, and again, tickets will go on sale, we assume, tomorrow.
Yeah, more details to
Now,
come.
so.
you're
or
excited
so.
about that. But
Yes.
are you excited about this? Al Horford
Oh,
is a
God.
serious option for the Lakers.
He's timeless. He's a
Along
timeless
with
man.
timeless.
Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton, per Sam Amick and Dan Woike. Sam and Dan both, other than sounding like a band, remember Sam and Dave?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sam and Dan are both excellent reporters. So there may be something to it.
Al Horford.
So DeAndre Ayton
We go
backed
from bad
up
to worse.
by Al Horford, who, what are you talking about?
Entering his age 39.
Wait a minute. You got
Season.
Jake LaGreca yesterday.
Not Jake LaRavia.
Oh,
Jake
LaRavia.
So
Do not
disrespectful.
disrespect Jake LaRavia. This is the Jake LaRavia era
Who is
we're
Jake
moving into.
LaGreca, by the way?
I think I made that up in my head.
Yeah. No, I mean, Al, 9 points and 6 rebounds last year a game.
Oh, that's what you need.
He played 60 games.
Yep. Played a lot for the Celtics.
You know what I'll say about Al Horford? He's a guy. That's what the Lakers need. They need a guy who is really big to play the 5. And he fits the bill. He's big and he can play the 5. So if all goes to plan, he will not be the guy, and DeAndre Ayton will. I hope to God they don't miss out on DeAndre Ayton.
They
now.
could.
He has got to be. He's the only credible answer on the market unless they go and make a trade.
And let me say this. Today, something weird happened. The Bucks flat out released Damian Lillard, a Hall of Fame caliber point guard. Just released him. This is how much they wanted Miles Turner. They have to pay Damian Lillard $22.5 million for each of the next 5 years to not play for Milwaukee.
That's crazy.
That's incredible.
So I think Lillard probably ends up in Miami. He's not going to play much this year
he's,
anyway.
He's got an injury
coming off of an Achilles tear. But what do I always say? Every year somebody becomes available or somebody moves that you don't see coming. Last year it was Luka.
Yep.
Now this year it's Dame. But there'll be more of those. So who's moving that we don't see coming? That's something you got to keep an eye on.
Could it be LeBron James?
Could be.
Could be
LeBron.
The chances are not zero that LeBron will be traded.
I still think the chances are not zero that Joel Embiid doesn't get traded. I think there's a whole bunch of possibilities out there. Unfortunately, you have to wait.
Yeah, and I'll say this. I think I speak for a lot of Laker fans when I say I am disappointed.
In which part?
What I would say to you is that's fair based on early returns, but the election is not over. There are still possibilities out there.
What are you disappointed with, honestly? What did you think?
Honestly, I thought we'd get Lopez or Capella. I thought we'd get one of those two guys.
Fair.
I thought that DFS, they would find a way to extend him because I think he was unbelievably valuable, and they take a big step back with Jake LaRavia, who's really more of a backup. I don't know who fills that DFS role, who's that really strong 3-and-D wing. I don't know who that is right now, and I don't know that guy's out there. I mean, Rob Pelinka now has work in front of him, but I would say yesterday was not a plus in the eyes of Laker fans and me. I'm disappointed.
The thing that's most surprising to me, and Chris, you weren't here when I did this before, but you're on this list, is the amount of people who are Laker fans, like Morales, who went out of the LeBron business.
Right.
That just have they've
Laura,
seen.
Laura's raising her hand.
But Laura, Travis.
So, but did they not get their wish?
DeAndre,
he's gone after this year.
But they want him gone now. Like if you left it up to Chris or to Laura or to Travis
or to Greg Bergman,
what
and
would
you
they
said
do?
to them, hey, we can trade LeBron. You're not getting much back, but you will be moving on from LeBron. They would all say do it.
Is that what you would say, Morales?
Well, and I made this point with Travis earlier. Your thing was star effing driven town.
Correct.
Because part of that was you needed a headliner to fill seats, right?
Right.
Correct.
And now we've got an effing star.
But now you don't need to worry about filling seats because a multi-billionaire is backing the team.
But Chris, I guess what I would say is, as a Laker fan and somebody who enjoys going to the games, you can either have Luka and parts,
right,
or LeBron, Luka and parts. Why wouldn't you want door number 2?
I would take LeBron for one more year.
Yeah.
But then you need to start rebuilding.
Right, but if I left it up to you and a deal was put in front of you that would get LeBron out of town, you would take it, right? Today.
If you're getting something worthy.
Correct.
You're not getting equal value. But
better than Jake LaGreca?
Yes.
Okay, then I might take it.
Yeah. I think that's ludicrous. You know, if they won 50 games last year.
But would you prefer then you keep him for 1 year and then you get nothing?
Yeah.
You get nothing.
I get cap space.
But I get LeBron.
What I get is cap space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next summer. What I get is the opportunity to maybe bring in that next guy. I don't know if that guy's... Is there a guy out there next summer that's like the guy?
Well, it all depends. Like right now, Luka and LeBron are free agents next year.
Correct.
So it depends what's happened with those guys.
Laura, what about... Oh, Laura's on the phone. By the way, we're going to take some calls today. 877-710-ESPN. We're going to bang some calls because a lot of people are upset. Virtually nobody's excited. If you're excited, there's an excited line open. 877-710-ESPN.
Is that next to the ladies' line?
Ladies' line. You tell me, Cardiff by the Sea.
So we get your calls. We get the Wheel of Questions. It's Live Imaging Tuesday. Hey, never stop dreaming. Never, never, never stop dreaming. That's the message I saw on a big yellow billboard from the law offices of Jacob Imrani, and it stuck with me because dreaming shouldn't stop when your life gets hard. It shouldn't stop when you get hurt. Shouldn't stop when the bills show up or the car won't start. In fact, that's when dreams matter most. If you've been through something, if you're trying to recover, trying to move forward, don't let the struggle steal your vision. That's why Jacob Imrani does what he does. He has been helping people in L.A. for 30 years. People got knocked down, needed someone to help them stand back up, and Jacob is that guy. From the moment you call Jacob Imrani, he takes care of all the details, medical visits, insurance calls, paperwork, so you can focus on the future. And here's the part that really matters. You don't pay unless he wins. So keep dreaming big, and if life throws you a curveball, call somebody who's got your back. After an accident, if you aren't sure what to do, let me tell you, call Jacob. Let his team give you the best advice on how to move forward. No obligations, all for free. Call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember...
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Call Jacob.com. Remember, Jacob and Ronnie, proud partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and the LAFC. You can follow them on Instagram and Facebook. Go to @call.jacob for great advice and prizes and more. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Welcome to Big Tobacco's Fantasyland, where vapes are anti-aging. Because you're more likely to die younger from a stroke.
It was breaking news that shook the sports world.
The Buss family is entering an agreement to sell majority ownership of the Lakers to Mark Walter.
But one thing remains the same.
The heart of every Lakers fan beats through 710 ESPN.
Oh, my God, guys. What a day in Lakerland.
From shock to excitement.
From questions to confidence.
This now puts the Lakers in every conversation.
Yeah.
Now there isn't a player they can't afford.
The reaction started right here on 710 ESPN.
This is awesome.
New era for the purple and gold. Same home for the Los Angeles Lakers.
710 ESPN.
Mark your calendars next Friday, July 11th at the West Covina Sportsplex. Don't miss your chance to press the flesh with us and root for your favorite 710 personality during the summer tradition unlike any other. Live broadcast and event begins at 9 a.m. with Travis and DeMarco. The festivities for the 710 All-Star Game get underway at 6 p.m. All the way from West Covina Sportsplex, 2100 South D'Souza Avenue in West Covina. Be sure to bring your coolers and lawn chairs for All-Star Friday night, made possible by our friends at Rotolo Chevrolet. See what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Santa Fe models. And check out our other great deals at your Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends September 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Take me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our creamy and delicious Thai tea. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sports book for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Little light is shining through the window. Lets me know everything's all right.
15 minutes in front of 1 o'clock on Live Imagery Tuesday.
Yeah.
Mason in Ireland.
Yeah?
I would just think you at least touch it for a second.
No.
You just
not
you
that
pretend
guy.
it's not there?
It's your own business.
All right. That's fine.
You take care of it yourself.
You know who else likes to take care of it himself? He's got a giant wheel and he's not afraid to use it. See, that's what we do on Tuesdays. We laugh.
Yes, we laugh. We
Producer
have
Brian
fun.
Cohen, spin that wheel, sucker.
I can't find my buttons here.
That's a dumbass question.
In stereo.
In stereo, we're available.
Very nice.
All right, guys. So I recently became a fan of Lululemon because I could finally fit in there.
Nice. I hear they have amazing golf pants. I haven't bought them or used them, but
But here's the interesting part. So they're actually accusing Costco of selling unauthorized, quote unquote, knockoff versions of their pants that are $120 at Lululemon.
What was Costco selling them for? What was the
So
discount?
Costco, I've seen them on sale. They were like $15.
Okay.
That a boy, Costco.
So they also have a hoodie that retails at Lululemon for $118, but at Costco you can find it for $8. So my question to you guys is, one, are you guys married to a brand? Like, we call them a brand bleep, right? If you like a certain brand or you will only wear that brand. Or does this prove that it doesn't really matter because you can get the same kind of quality at Costco for a fraction of the price?
It doesn't really matter, and I'm not married to any brand, and I applaud Costco for providing a low-cost alternative. I always used to say this. When Shaq came out with his own shoes,
right,
he made a point. He was with Reebok for years.
Yeah.
But when Shaq came out with his own shoes, he sold them for under $100 a pair.
Right.
Because all the other expensive, like Nike, Reebok, Under Armour, New Balance, all those shoes are well over $100. Some of the Nikes are over $300.
Oh, yeah, easily.
So I think that if Costco wants to provide low-cost alternatives that kind of look like the Lululemon pants, more power
Yeah,
to
see,
them.
I think so too. I mean, they did not invent pants. Lululemon did not. This is a bulletin. They did not invent pants. Other people are allowed to make pants. So I think Lululemon's way out of line
matter
here.
of fact, Chris, I know you're not golfing as much as you used to, but I'll tell.
I'm getting back out there though, Johnny.
I'll tell a little story to golfers. Okay. And I encourage you to do your own research on this. So, the most expensive golf ball you can buy, over 80% of golfers on tour play with the Pro V1 from Titleist.
Okay, right.
It is the most expensive, most used golf ball on the PGA Tour.
Okay.
Years ago, there was a falling out at Titleist, and they fired the guy who invented and created the Pro V1.
Okay.
And he went to work for Kirkland, which is the company that
Walmart
that sells Costco items.
Costco. Oh, Costco. I knew it was one of them.
And he developed a golf ball for Kirkland. Golf Digest or Golf World or somebody went out and tested the Pro V1 ball against the Kirkland ball, and the Kirkland ball tested better.
Is that right?
And the Kirkland ball, the Pro V1 ball went for $4 a ball. The Kirkland ball went for less than $1 a ball. And this got out, and everybody jumped on the Kirkland balls.
Right.
And Costco said, okay, hold on. Everybody's buying as many of these as we'll buy, so we're going to limit them. You can only buy one case. So everybody gets a chance to buy them. There were lawsuits that ensued, blah, 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 and finally Kirkland had to stop making the ball. As of 6 months ago, the good Kirkland ball is back.
Oh.
So do your own research.
Yep.
Go down the rabbit hole. If you can find the new 2025 Kirkland golf ball at Costco, snap it up because it tests just as good as the Pro V1.
So
and it is worth it to have a Pro V1 if you're worried about your short game. It does make a difference.
Yeah. So I was going to, Amazon does all kinds of cheap knockoffs.
Sure.
Right?
No,
like
absolutely.
This shirt I got from Amazon. I think it was $17.99, something like that. You can
instead
get
of
really cheap clothes. Right.
$117.
So if you can't afford Lululemon, they didn't invent pants. Go ahead and get pants that are similar.
My thing, too, it's like there's so many knockoff or, other alternative for... They're dupes, right? They're called dupes. Like, you can go to Ulta and get makeup dupes. You can go to Dollar Tree and get makeup dupes. Like, why are you... Focus on you. The people that can spend $128 are going to go and spend it.
So when I was in New York, where Lisa and I are walking down the street, and she starts looking at these handbags. And there's like this really expensive Prada handbag. And she looks at it, and I go, look at it again. And it says... Prado.
Oh, yeah, New York is great for that.
Instead of $600, it cost $20. She bought it.
She bought it?
Sure.
She owns a Prado?
She owns a knockoff.
Well, that's nice.
Love her for that.
Yeah, no, I think
love
that's
her.
actually cool.
Yeah.
Brian, Lululemon, did they invent pants?
Who knows? Maybe.
Maybe
I
they
mean,
did.
I don't know who did, so somebody could.
True. All right, there you have it. There's your wheel of questions. We got all kinds.
Ed Hart says he has stocked up on Kirkland golf balls, and they're awesome.
There you go.
Good for you, Ed.
You want to talk to some people?
Sure.
We want to bank phones before sports graffiti?
Now,
let's do it.
I'm guessing what I'm prepared for this, but I'm guessing what I'm going to hear, since I wasn't here yesterday, is people down on LeBron, right?
We want your reaction, Johnny I.
Okay, so
I'm not down on LeBron. I want LeBron on the Lakers next year.
Let's go to Big Rob. Big Rob is in Inglewood. What's going on, Big Rob?
I know Big Rob.
What's up, guys? I'm kind of feeling sorry for LeBron. You guys know I'm always against him, okay? But listen up. Let me ask you guys. I wish, I know it's not you guys' fault, but I wish that you guys could be the listeners and listen to what we have to listen to today.
Which is
We're
what?
talking about Al Horford.
Yeah.
We're talking about Al Horford. Okay, and another thing, I know you guys don't agree with me about this, but I think that we gave Rob Pelinka too much credit for the Luka trade, okay? That's like somebody asking you, do you want $100 or do you want the $5 bill? You're going to choose the $100 bill all the time. All he did is answer the phone, okay? And I'm saying there's a couple of
Hey, Big Rob, let me ask you a question
Yeah.
about that. How did Rob keep Austin Reeves and the second number 1 pick out of that trade? Because Dallas asked for both of them.
Yes, I'd have kept my pick, okay? Or I would have gave him either the pick or I would have gave him Reeves. But you know what I'd have said? I'd have said, send me Daniel Gafford, okay? Send me the big man. That's what I would have did.
My guess is, Rob, that it probably went like this. All right.
Yes.
We'll throw the second pick in, but give us Gafford. And they said,
Yes.
no on Gafford.
No.
You can have Kleba, but we won't take the second pick.
No.
And so that's how they settled
No.
on where they settled. I thought Rob cut a great deal.
Can I ask you something else real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Let me ask you, look, have you guys seen the commercial on TV where it says, do you want Bateman or Batman?
Yeah.
With Jason Bateman.
Yeah, with
It's
Jason
good.
Bateman. Yeah, it's funny.
Okay, keep LeBron James in mind, okay? Listen up. If I'm debating that LeBron James is my GOAT of all time, okay?
Uh-huh.
And then what I heard him say a couple of weeks ago about there's too much emphasis
on
the ring era.
Culture.
That right there, you know what it would have did? I'd have said, you know what? I'm taking my vote back. I'm going with Kobe or Michael Jordan.
Or Big Rob, did he not immediately switch and say, I want to play for a team that can win a ring? He's like, I don't believe in ring culture, but I want to play on a team that has a shot. So he did play both sides of that coin.
Yes, and that's the thing. I don't care what nobody say. I agree with Stephen A. Smith, okay? He knows that he has no chance of passing up Michael Jordan for the most rings.
Right.
So I think he's trying to throw that narrative in there to get our minds off of the ring.
Okay, thanks, Big Rob. Al Horford. That's what I took from that call. Al Horford.
And Jake LaGreca.
Jake LaRavia.
LaRavia. Do not disrespect
Disrespectful.
Jake LaRavia.
Man.
He's one of the best backup 3-and-D guys out there.
Is he considered a 3-and-D guy?
Well, he's a 3. He's a 3 and
I think he made
and
a 3
little
once.
D. 3 and a little D. is
I
what they
hate when
got
there's a
from Jake
3 and a
LaRavia.
little
Lowercase d.
Lowercase d.
Hey, that happens sometimes. When you take a lot of medication, sometimes you end up with a lowercase d.
There you go. Well, we'll let you deal with that on your own. Hey, tune in all week long. Free Agent Frenzy's on. Obviously, the big waiting period to see if we get Al Horford. Stay tuned for that. It's the biggest offseason in Lakers history. Powered on 710 by Pro Baller. Pro Baller, the official energy drink of the Los Angeles Lakers. All right, going to do some sports graffiti coming up next for you. Reaction to everything the Lakers are up to. And by the way, if you're a Dodger fan, you should be busy today, and I'll explain why. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Travis Rogers into Marco Farr.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
But I'm thinking like going raw.
Raw dog in a flight.
Raw dog in a flight. You get on with nothing. Don't read, no phone, nothing. You just sit there for however long the flight is. Could you make it raw?
Don't say it like that.
Well, I tried. I made it about 45 minutes, and then it just, because the seat was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It could be a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I should join
And
the
also,
lawsuit.
the idea of making seats bigger is better for everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody, even if you're tiny little thing,
Not for
with
the
your seats
airlines.
bigger.
That's not everybody.
Any customer,
Yes.
4 seats.
fine. So anybody who's like sitting next to somebody who's a little big for a seat and they're complaining about the person being too big, yes, bigger seats is better for
Can't you
everybody.
just delete just a few seats and just make it a little bit wider for everyone?
Travis and DeMarco tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Don't miss Travis and DeMarco on 710 ESPN.
Your next Subaru is waiting for you at Subaru of Glendale. Check this out. Lease a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Sport CVT for just $279 a month plus tax for 36 months. One at this payment. VIN S3723202. MSRP $32,189. $33.99 due at signing. Call 888-855-6434 or check out SubaruofGlendale.net. On approved Tier 1 credit through Subaru Motors Finance. No security deposit. 10,000 miles a year. Model code SRD-21.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey Rams fans, it's your quarterback Matthew Stafford here. Join me for Walk United LA at the Rose Bowl Stadium on July 20th. Participants can walk or run to support fire recovery efforts and our most vulnerable LA communities. Learn more at walkunitedla.org. See you there.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. And it's time for Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti like we do every day at this time. Sponsored by our friends at BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout. Now let's do it. Let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti on Mason and Ireland.
All right, ain't got no shortage of calls today. Everybody's on the line for some sports graffiti. Yesterday, free agency opened, and the Lakers have come away with Jake LaRavia, among other stuff. Let's go to Joe. Joe, you're on sports graffiti. Go ahead, Joe.
So today is July 1st.
Yep.
And that is Bobby Bonilla Day.
Yes.
Where he collects his check for $1.2 million.
Yep.
Until
every
2030,
year.
I think.
Yeah, good for him.
35. 10 more years. he
Wow.
gets it.
10 more
Greatest
years.
Well,
Good for Bobby.
but Joe, should we start calling it Damian Lillard Day since he's going to get $22.5 million each?
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's not the greatest amount of money, but, you know, he gets it every year.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
for 5 years.
It's like a good annuity, yeah. Let's go to Cash. Cash, you're on sports graffiti. What's happening, Cash?
Hey, it's Cash. I was calling not too long ago about the Dodgers playing the Padres.
Yes, Cash is a really good call. Go ahead, Cash.
Hey, I wanted to talk about how the Dodgers have won the past six out of the last 9 games, and I think that's because the Padres getting under their skin and making them concentrate a bit more. If the Padres didn't play them, they would have been splitting time with the Royals and the Rockies.
Okay, but was falling 6.5 games back part of San Diego's plan?
I think they're 7.5.
Is it 7.5 now?
Oh, yeah, but after today, it's going to be 6.5.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Hey, Cash, I want you to stay in touch with us. It's big NBA
Cash,
day,
how old are you?
I am 12 years old.
Good for you. Keep calling,
Keep
okay?
calling. We love you, Cash. Thanks, man. Yeah, the Dodgers are just rolling right now.
Yeah. By the way, Laura, Mason gets $5K in mythical money, and I get $10K for winning Game of Games for.
I already gave you your 10, and I'll give Mason his 5.
Excellent. All right, let's go to Luis. Luis, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Luis.
Hey, Chris, it's Lewis. I just want to thank you for everything that you've done. Chris recently reached out to me, took the stigma away from being sober, so I really appreciate that. But I also got my son here, the kid that got hit in the schwanz, who's on the Instagram page. So he wants to say something to 710 ESPN LA listeners.
Okay.
Hey, guys. I absolutely love the show. Yeah, I'm the kid who got hit in the spawn. I know Chris is the cardiac kid.
Thank you.
He's the one who almost died. Oh, wait, 102. But let me tell you this. It wasn't a final.
Bam!
It wasn't a final.
It wasn't a final.
That
Yeah,
is
it was not
excellent
a
work
final.
right
Hey,
there.
So I know
Love you guys.
Love you.
Hey,
guys.
That
love
is
you,
great
man.
parenting right
That is
there.
great.
So real
Sports
quick, I do
fans.
want to shout out Luis Espinoza. And as I said this a few weeks, maybe a month ago, I often talk about this, mainly in the afternoon show, because we get into it a little bit more, but I'll say it here on Mason and Ireland. If you're having any problems and you just want to talk to somebody, I'm not AA. You should go to AA. But I'm here for you because today I have the 6-month
Oh,
chip.
fantastic.
Today is my
That a
6-month
boy.
anniversary.
Congratulations. How often do you go to a meeting?
Unfortunately, with everything going on,
Yeah.
I can't go with my.
Wait a
I go with
minute.
my sponsor maybe once every other week if I can.
Isn't today exactly 6 months from New Year's Day?
Well, New Year's Eve is when I stopped.
Okay,
so we
there you
counted.
go.
I didn't count June 30th. Today's
Okay.
July 1st.
Oh, that's
but-
fantastic, man.
And Luis reached out to me a couple months ago and said, he had some stuff, and we've been talking ever since.
That's great,
And
man.
There's about a dozen other listeners that I talk to on a daily basis. I
Think
try
about
to.
how much money you are going to save
I
if,
have.
you,
Oh, yeah.
if you don't drink moving forward.
Well, that $250,000 vacation I took for 2 weeks in the hospital. That
Yeah.
kinda,
Oh, yeah.
that
was
was
you'll be
pricey.
paying for that one for a while.
kind of broke
Pricey.
even on that one.
How was the food?
It was fun. It was actually kind of fun.
At the time, he was somewhat limited.
No, that's
yeah.
right.
So
You
you
were
can eat
limited.
up.
Let's go to Jim in South L.A. Jim, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, Jim?
Hey, good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
John, I 100% agree with you. LBJ is second team All-NBA, right?
Right.
Really, he's top 7 or so if you look at the other people who are on that list. Why would we not want a top 7 player on our team? Why would we want to get rid of him? It makes
Jim,
absolutely no sense.
I'm with you. It is one of the most. It's maybe one of the biggest disconnects of my career that Laker fans, actual fans of the Lakers, Morales fits this is in this boat, that root for the Lakers and want them to win, want LeBron gone. I don't get it. I'll never get it, but I've accepted it. I think that before I just used to howl at the moon and say, what's wrong with you people? Watch him play.
Yeah.
He goes out, has a second team All-NBA season, and people still want him gone. I don't get it.
I mean, the one thing I'll say is if you're not a LeBron fan, there's an end point. A year from now,
Right.
LeBron is probably going to be somewhere else.
Well, you would hope, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine the Lakers are looking to. I mean, did they try to extend him? Momo's going to be here in a while, but did they
and
try
I
to
think
extend
McMenamin's
him?
coming in an hour too.
Yeah,
so we'll get some answers today.
Yeah. Let's go to David. David, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hey, David.
Hey, Mason, John. So I don't know, but I would assume that Lillard would take the year while he's rehabbing to see which place he wants to end up. Do you think there's any chance he could end up with the Lakers, and should the Lakers want a 35, 36-year-old Damian Lillard?
It's a good question.
Yeah, it's a good question.
My sense is he's headed for Miami. He's been angling, trying to get down there for a long time. I think that's probably his preferred choice.
Yeah, I don't think
if you could get him for your price,
Right.
it just depends what the contract looks like. And keep in mind, he's getting $22 million a year
Sure,
from
he
Milwaukee,
could
no
take-
matter what. So he could work. He could do the old Gary Payton, Karl Malone deal.
Yeah.
Just give me the minimum. I'll take the money from the Bucks.
Yeah, I don't
but-
think he makes a lot of sense for the Lakers. Again, I mean, if you're going with an aging movement, you get Al Horford and Damian Lillard. Now everybody's past 35.
Well, the one reason I would like
That's
Lillard
one way to fill the team.
Yeah.
is it's still very much a three-point shooting league,
Yes.
and he has unlimited range
Yes,
from
he does.
three.
Yes, he does.
So that's why I would entertain it.
Let's go to Jason and Downey. Hey, Jason, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, Jason?
Mr. Ireland, would you say you worship at the church of Jerry West?
Pretty much.
Yeah, sure.
I think Jerry is the greatest basketball executive of all time.
Yes,
if that
agreed.
answers your question.
So we're not really following his gospel, because if a trade were to come up for LeBron, it'd be that he brought it up because it's a collaboration. So, you got to do what Jerry West says, basically, and he's done a great job. If they don't want to be here, come to me, and I'll find a place for them to go, which wouldn't really hurt because we'd actually get something in return than him walking for free.
All right, well, let me clear something up. LeBron hasn't asked for a
No,
trade.
he has not asked for a trade.
If he did ask for a trade and the Lakers traded him, I'd have zero problem with that.
Right.
I've always believed that that if a guy doesn't want to be there, Mace, you're the one who says, "Nah, just tell him to go pound sand."
No, not in this case.
Yeah, but I would do it in. I wouldn't do it in any case.
Yeah.
If a guy doesn't want to be there, and Dr. Buss did it with Kobe. Kobe said, "I want to be traded." Dr. Buss said, "We're not trading you," and Kobe stayed, and they got it all worked out. So I'm going against what Dr. Buss did once, but I've always believed in that Jerry West credo. If you got a guy who wants out, get him out. Don't keep him on your team because eventually he'll poison the room. And so if LeBron did come out and say, I want to be traded, and the Lakers traded him, I'd be okay with that. But he hasn't done it.
No, he has not
and
done
until
it.
he does it, I want LeBron on the team.
Yeah, just to be LeBron, despite the Rich Paul quote, has not asked for a trade. Has not asked for a trade. Let's go to Al. This is Alec. Alec, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, Alec?
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Good, man.
Good, Alec.
I am not a LeBron hater, and I appreciate LeBron when he came here. He really saved us and all that. And, I'm not one of those people that are just like, LeBron sucks, get him out of here.
Okay.
But I think the time has really come. The $50 million we've paid him, don't you think we could have filled out the roster around Luka better? Because in this new NBA, Shea and the Thunder, one superstar. The Indiana Pacers, one superstar. I don't think having two high-priced guys works anymore.
Well, let me come back at you a little bit. Oklahoma City has two All-Stars, and they have an All-Star on the rise. Jalen Williams is already there. So Shea is a superstar, but Jalen Williams is a star. In Indiana, Tyrese Halliburton's a superstar, but Pascal Siakam is a star. If you got rid of LeBron, you would have one star in Luka. Who's the other one?
You'd have a superstar, and then a star would be Austin Rivers. I'm sorry, Austin Reeves.
You wouldn't have
that would be the guy.
You wouldn't have two $50 million
25 and 5 is what he did during the stretch last year. I'll say this. Look, LeBron, there is nothing out there that the Lakers could trade LeBron for that would make this team better than the team with LeBron.
But now, I agree with you, but aren't you surprised that if we accept that premise, that there is no one we could get that would make the team as good as it is when LeBron is on it? Okay.
Yes.
That tons of people like Chris, like Travis, would still do it.
Yeah. Look, this is a team that won 50 games last year.
They don't care.
Seed in
they
the
went
West.
out of the
My
LeBron
God, they're
business.
so much better with LeBron than without LeBron. And by the way, LeBron, you got to get through one more year with LeBron. One more year.
They're not going to win a title, though.
Yeah,
but only one team is.
Yeah, I mean, you can win 50 games and still have 4 or 5 teams better than you in the Western Conference now.
If you're playing the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals and you have a younger, faster team with Luka, do you have a better shot?
But and my other alternative is to have LeBron on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a 2-game series late in the season in OKC.
Right.
We played them on a Sunday and played them on a Tuesday. On Sunday, the Lakers destroyed OKC, beat them by 20.
Right.
On Tuesday, it was a 1-point game when they threw Luka out, and that's when I lost it.
I remember.
But it was a 1-point game. I think it would have been a real series had we played the Thunder.
And then you know what happened? The Thunder won the NBA championship.
Correct.
I
don't care.
So I don't believe that LeBron has the gas left in it at his age to play the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals.
All NBA, second team.
He didn't play in the Western
NBA.
Conference Finals.
He is one of the 10 best players in the league,
and he didn't play in the NBA Finals either. He hasn't played in the NBA Finals in a while.
But you're trying to make them better without LeBron.
I think you need to make them younger and faster.
Chris, if your definition is you want players that are going to get you in the NBA Finals, LeBron's been in the NBA Finals more than any player ever.
In the past.
Right. Well,
when's the last time he was in the NBA Finals?
2020.
Okay, how long ago was that?
5 years.
Okay.
But I mean,
is he 5 years older or 5 years younger?
2 years ago, he was in the Western Conference Finals.
2 years ago. That's
right.
2 years, John.
Right.
But they won 50 games last year. They were
what did they do in the
West,
playoffs?
and I thought they were going to beat
How'd the
Minnesota. I
playoffs
liked
go?
them. If they had a center, I think they could play with Minnesota.
Or you could rebuild and start anew and maybe
but
get
what
there.
would rebuilding even look like? Are you going to trade LeBron for less stuff?
You could trade LeBron for some stuff, better than no stuff.
Right, but they are better with LeBron than they are with any stuff they would get for him.
At the moment, unless LeBron is just old and can't be there at the end of the season.
He's second team All-NBA.
In the regular season.
He was great
How
in
did
the
the
postseason.
postseason?
He was great in the
How did it go?
postseason.
How did they go?
They lost, but it's partly
wasn't
because
LeBron's
it was
fault.
roster construction.
Could it be that the roster construction is because you have to pay him a boatload of money.
Right.
Could that
but
be?
5 dimes is not as good as a 50-cent piece.
Guys, they didn't win in the playoffs.
Right.
They didn't go to the NBA Finals.
But
the Oklahoma City Thunder are NBA champions.
I think it's just ridiculous to suggest that they would be better without LeBron.
So you're going to get 0 from him, obviously.
You're going to get cap space. That's what you want the most. You want. He is worth $52 million
So you're
in
not
cap
going to win
space
this
next
year.
summer.
You're not going to win this year.
I don't know what.
You're not going to win the NBA Finals this
maybe
year.
Al Horford puts us over the top.
Maybe.
Hey, you
Al
never know.
Horford and Jake LaRavia. Let's roll.
Brian, you got
That's
the
right.
you got the breaking news sounder? No, this has nothing to do with
Is this
the
Jake
NBA.
LaGreca?
No.
Oh, really?
Coco Gauff out at Wimbledon in round 1.
Wow.
Huge upset.
Who'd she lose to? Final.
She was the 2nd seed, and she lost in straight sets to the Ukraine's Dana Yazemska, 7-6, 6-1, and leaves the tournament after one
Wow, that's
match.
amazing. That's amazing.
And by the way, Jessica Pegula is already out too. So the women's side is wide open at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Boy, fly all the way to London, get ready for a big 2-week trip, turn around, come back.
Lisa's not there. She didn't go this year. She went last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Could I ask how much a Wimbledon all-in trip is?
Well,
ballpark.
You can ask,
but
I wouldn't know the answer. But I will say this:
Is it more than my Pebble Beach weekend? That was like at 10.
Well, you've got international flights.
No.
Lisa only flies first class.
The flights and the hotel were pretty much it. The tickets are super expensive, but Lisa had an ace in the hole named, and this will surprise you, Justin Craig.
Oh,
our
okay.
boss at ESPN,
Wow.
who got her into the ESPN suite for 2
Oh,
days.
that's fantastic.
So that brings it down a little bit.
She brought the
Yeah,
cost
that-
down,
that
and she got
brings
on a
the cost
plane
down,
and
yeah.
went.
Oh, okay. Well,
Thank you again, Justin.
Yeah,
There we
good
go.
job.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we're going to do more calls. We expect Momo to stop by. Dave McMenamin's going to be here at 2. It is we're waiting on Al Horford.
Horford era.
The Horford era. We will keep track of what they're doing at the center position. By the way, this sports graffiti, whenever we do sports graffiti,
By the way, the answer to your question before you read that is 39.5.
39.5.
You know what the question is?
What?
What is the average age between Al Horford and LeBron?
39.5. There you go.
There we go.
Hey, let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti. Is sponsored by BetterHelp. If you are experiencing any emotional stuff right now, whether it's anxiety or depression or work is really crazy, you're having relationship stuff, all that, there's somebody that you can talk to right now. Go to BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout. And remember, mental health is health. All right, so hear from my friends at Tax Relief Advocates. Owing money to the IRS is overwhelming. I actually have somebody in my family who's in this spot right now, and it can weigh you down. All kinds of ads out there. They're trying to scare you. They're trying to confuse you. Listen, owing money to the IRS does not make you a bad person. Tax Relief Advocates knows this, and they want you to just relax and breathe and take the first step and get out from under that additional pressure that you don't need. Whether you got $5,000, $50,000, $500,000 in IRS debt, you don't have to fear them one more day. The experts at TRA have a proven 3-step tax resolution process and knowledge of special programs available that can significantly reduce or even eliminate your IRS debt. Easy to see why they got over 1,000 5-star ratings on Google and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. End your tax nightmare. Get your life back on track. If you owe money to the IRS and you feel you got nowhere to turn, call Tax Relief Advocates today. Simply visit TRA.com. Easy. TRA.com or call 800-575-1482. That's 800-575-1482. One more time, 800-575-1482. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Coming up today at 3 p.m.
By the way, sorry I was late. I was marveling at my new bidet that we installed in my office bathroom.
I bought one too. I have to install mine.
Even when Cappy's not here, we still go to the toilet.
Yeah. Nothing like a little warm butt, man. Gotta be honest with you.
Is it a seat warmer too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got that one.
Does it make a difference?
Yeah, it does.
It does. It really does.
It does.
Like when you go
when
to
I went to
Europe,
Cabo,
like, yeah.
when I went to Cabo, the hotel had one in the bathroom, and I was just like, My wife made the executive decision, we're getting one of these.
Yeah, it cleans you up. It cleans you up. Like those little white.
And look, I would say this, in California, it can get cold in the mornings and overnight, right? You know what I'm saying? And when you sit down that first time, wait.
Hey.
Sedano and Cap on 710. The fun way to drive home.
Sedano and Cap.
Be sure to catch Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti, weekday afternoons at 1 p.m. on Mason and Ireland. Sponsored by BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout.
You know I love the outdoors and adventures. Hey, it's Travis calling all adventurers. Page, Arizona is your ultimate outdoor playground. Snap that iconic shot at Horseshoe Bend. Then hike the stunning 11-mile rim trail. Explore one of 13 breathtaking slot canyons, including world-famous Antelope Canyon. Craving water fun? Cruise Lake Powell by kayak, jet ski, or houseboat, or float the Colorado River to Lee's Ferry. Make Page your base camp for day trips to Grand Canyon, Zion, and the Wave. Start planning your trip today at visitpageaz.com.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Pick me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our creamy and delicious Thai tea. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text STAPLE to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text STAPLE to 321-321. That's STAPLE to 321-321.
Well, what do you say? You're a bobcat in the sack?
Bobcat in the sack.
How deep is your love, as the Bee Gees once said? It's a live imaging Tuesday at 1:20 p.m. on Mason and Ireland. By the way, the major announcement earlier, if you missed it.
Yeah.
Saturday, July 27th, Mason and Ireland's 21st birthday private podcast party.
Ooh.
More details to come tomorrow on location and how you can buy tickets. It's going to be very exclusive, like 120 listeners. This is as exclusive it gets.
And by the way,
how many tickets do Mason and I get?
How many do you want?
Well, you need one. I need one for the wife. One for the girlfriend. One. You got.
Who are you like in the on the Sopranos? One for
Don
the wife.
Juan?
You got
What the
Saturday, so it's got to be for the wife. The girlfriend's
Yeah,
on
no,
Friday, right?
Girlfriends on the weekends?
No, I thought girlfriend's Friday,
I thought it
wife
was
Saturday.
Fridays are for the Gumars. Saturday are for the wives.
Okay,
Correct,
gotcha.
yeah.
So
So
there
you
you
go.
they only need one.
Only need one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lisa's going to be there, right?
By the way, can you believe it? Next Friday night is All-Star Friday night.
Yeah!
July 11th at the West Covina Sportsplex.
I
Here
am
we go.
so excited.
Team Mace versus Team Cappy. The listener game, Team DeMarco versus Team Travis. Are you ready?
I am. It's honestly one of my favorite days of the year is the softball
It's going to be
game.
hot, as always, and it's going to be a party, old party, so
Although,
come on out.
Last year was 100. This year I was looking at the advanced for. It looks like 90.
Oh, that's
on
bet.
that day.
That's
Yeah,
great.
it's much better.
Much better.
Much better.
All-Star Friday night. Since we didn't do the Mandy's, because, I almost died, 1:22 p.m.
Second mention. That kid
Yeah,
mentioned
that's
it
good.
earlier.
Yeah,
kid
the
got
kid
it
with the
in there,
schwanz.
yeah.
This is, he talked about getting hit
Yes,
in the
I
schwanz.
know.
This is our first signature event of the year. All-Star Friday night in West Covina. Next Friday night, yes, go ahead.
We're kicking things off at 9 a.m.
Yes.
And there's a chance to experience rock climbing wall,
Yes.
zip lining, and more.
Yes.
Where are we zip lining from?
On the other fields.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I just did some zip lining. It's
Did
so
you
much-
really?
I did down in Costa Rica. Zip lining's a blast. I didn't realize we were having that.
Yeah. Are you going to zip line?
I will zip line, yeah.
Beautiful.
You can spend your summer, spend your Friday next week with us. It's made possible by our friends at Arrowhead Water, and visit Page, Arizona.
Yes, we can't wait. All-Star Friday night, next Friday night in West Covina. You know, this is the event of the summer. We do it up. And I'm going to be doing play-by-play with Michael solo. Because
by the way,
Trudell's going to play.
Yeah, now Trudell's playing, and they also drafted Parker Bell.
Yeah, they keep trying
gave
to
it to
tilt
them.
the roster to make up for Cappy's bad draft.
Yeah,
It was pretty bad.
Cappy he's the Angels. I'm the
Punish
Dodgers.
him. Punish him for being that bad. That's
Yeah.
not his
I
fault.
want to blow
Well, just
up.
wait for the fall. I'll be punishing him quite a bit.
Yeah, I want mercy rule. I want the mercy rule to be employed in that game.
no.
Last year, I was on the wrong end of the mercy rule.
Parker wants to play. Just like I guess they have a hashtag on the YouTube chat, Let Parker Smash.
Yeah.
This is Let Parker Play.
Yeah.
Why can't he play for us?
I don't know.
I would like to. Am I allowed to recruit from the other side of the building?
If you want.
You know the guy that I really
Rotolo.
If he's
Armando.
available, Matt Burke can play.
Can he?
Well, he's not,
Matt Burke is
he's
really
not a
good.
local teammate anymore. He's a network teammate.
Oh, damn.
So that's an asterisk.
Yeah.
Can we go outside of the building?
Not too
No.
outside.
But I want the guy from Children's Dental Fund Zone, and I want
Armando
from Rotolo.
I'm sure those things can happen. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. But Ireland, it's going to be a walkover.
I believe that you should put in a mercy rule before this game starts.
Yeah, I think last year, I got mercy ruled last year. We were down 10. Down 10. I think the game only lasted 4 innings.
Yeah, but we got a lot of things we got to activate, so we got to keep it going.
Oh, a lot of activations going on?
So we need 6 innings.
I like a lot of activation.
I know you do.
Yeah, always up for being activated. All right,
Yes.
let's go to Justin. Justin, you're on the radio. What's happening, man?
Hey, there are 2 things I wanted to discuss. The last time I called in, I talked to you guys about Michelin star restaurants, and I wanted to say that LA now officially has 3 Michelin star restaurants.
Nice.
Somni and Providence. So that's pretty cool.
So tell me the 2 restaurants.
Somni is in West Hollywood.
Okay.
About $700 a person.
Woo,
hello.
And Providence is a longer-standing restaurant on Melrose.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
Finally, we got Michelin star restaurants in this town.
Second thing for John, you told the story of Prado versus Prada.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to ask you if you're sure that happened, because that is a point in the Serendipity movie.
Yeah,
and
with
I know
Kate
you're-
Beckinsale. No, yeah, we actually brought that up, that Kate Beckinsale's on a plane.
Yep.
And she opens her wallet, and she goes, "Oh, this isn't my wallet." And because it was Prado and Prada. Yeah,
Right.
so exact same thing played
Exact
out
same
with
thing.
Lisa, yeah.
Hey, thanks for the call, man. Let's go to Adric, I believe is his name. Adric, you're on Sports Graffiti in Glendale. What's happening, man?
Did he pronounce your name correctly?
Yeah, he did actually. That was impressive. Normally, it's much more complicated than that.
There you go.
My name is Andrew.
Awesome, man.
But yeah, I just wanted to touch base on the LeBron situation. Like I totally understand getting rid of an All NBA player is definitely, it's hard to explain it. But I feel like the Laker fans are like, he's getting individual accolades and he's making those top tier like All NBA teams and stuff. But their winning isn't just happening. So when the winning isn't happening, I feel like people want to change, especially with Luka here now. They want to just push into the Luka era. And at the moment, we can still, if we trade, I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen, but if we do end up trading LeBron, we can get something for him rather than letting him leave next year and getting nothing out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't get much for him.
And you also do get cap space next summer, which
Yeah,
I think the
but you're gonna get
Lakers
it anyway.
absolutely covet.
You're going to get it anyway. If you leave LeBron on the team this year, to me, the games are more fun. Your chances of winning are better,
Yeah.
and his contract's up at the end of the year.
And there's no way to get.
Why are we rushing this guy out of town?
Yeah, there's no way to get better stuff that adds up to more than LeBron brings to a roster.
Right.
I mean, there's not stuff out there. Let's go to Patrick. Patrick, you're on the radio. What's happening, man?
Hey, what's cooking, fellas? Thank you for taking the call. Just going on the LeBron thing you guys were talking about. I think my whole take on LeBron, and I don't want to take anything away from him, I think he's a hell of an athlete, for sure. I don't think anyone can argue that. But I always had this idea at the end of the day, he's making his money, so I can't knock that. But it's just kind of weak when it comes.
Okay, we're clicking in and out there. This LeBron thing. He's not asked for a trade. His agent did say some stuff that suggested he's not a fan of building for the future. He wants to play now, wants to win now, all that stuff. But at no point did he say, I want out, or LeBron wants out. So I'm not sure what people are complaining about. We actually do have an end date for LeBron.
And
One more
LeBron
year,
is still really, really fun to watch play in person. And it just seems to me that do you have Brian, do you have that Windhorse quote about the unlikeliness of actually executing a trade from LeBron that I sent you in my email? Listen to this. Windhorse says we can all sit here and talk about LeBron if he asks for a trade, but even if that happened, it's not very easy. Here's Wendy.
I will just say this, that in 2025, trading a player who makes $53 million, is, as LeBron now will next season, is extremely complicated, especially if you're a contending team, which is what he would probably want. So I would say right now that's an interesting development that I'm not sure will actually lead to any change.
I kind of agree with him.
Yeah, I do too.
That, you guys can all come on the radio and say, you've had it with LeBron, you don't like him, you want him out of here. But even if the Lakers agreed with you, it's not as easy as executing it. It would be hard.
I think, is it possible that LeBron is, and the Lakers have no incentive to do it, is it possible he's looking for a buyout?
I don't think the Lakers would do it.
They have no incentive to do it.
Yeah. To answer your question,
is it possible saying a bunch of stuff?
Sure, but ask yourself, why would the Lakers do it?
There's no reason for them to do it.
It takes two sides to make a deal, and in that case,
but if he did say I want out, would the Lakers consider buying him out, or do you get stuff for him somewhere? Because you obviously don't get necessarily really good stuff, but
again, okay, so if he said,
I want out.
I want to buy out.
Yeah, I want to buy out.
And the Lakers said, okay, we'll buy you out for $1.
Okay. And then I would say, I want traded to this team.
Okay.
And I have a no-trade clause.
Right.
And I don't want to be here. I want to be there.
That's a more likely scenario than a buyout.
Right.
Because then the Lakers get what's best for them.
Right. Yeah, because otherwise it doesn't make. I had a conversation last night. He wants a buyout, wants to go back to Cleveland, wants to win a championship, wants to end his career in a championship in his hometown, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But again, no incentive whatsoever for the Lakers to do that. All right, we'll keep taking your calls. I think Dave McMenamin is going to come by in a little while. Again, we are waiting on Lakers news. Is it DeAndre Ayton? Is it Al Horford?
And by the way, we won't hear anything on DeAndre Ayton today. He doesn't clear waivers until tomorrow.
Can they not make an agreement, though, like everybody else has? Can they not say DeAndre Ayton intends to?
Not until he clears waivers.
Okay.
Because if you did that, if you announced Lakers and DeAndre Ayton have entered into a verbal agreement, assuming he clears waivers, then another team could just claim him and then hold you hostage.
Right. Yeah, right. All right, 877-710-ESPN. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
I hold in my hand a can of Pro Baller Energy, the official energy drink of the Lakers. Pro Baller is a natural, healthier energy drink with 102 milligrams of natural caffeine, no crash, and it's NSF certified for sport, meaning it's trusted by pro athletes. Here's the thing. If you're like me, you don't sleep a lot. I get up early. I play golf in the mornings. Then I come here. Then I go home and work. You can get tired. Not if you drink this. If you drink Pro Baller Energy, you're just refueled, sharper, stronger, and more locked in. So Pro Baller is available at Costco, select convenience stores, and online at Amazon. It comes in a limited edition Lakers can, purple and gold with the Lakers logo. Looks fantastic. Check it out today. Pro Baller Energy Drinks. Champions choose clean energy.
New era, same home.
This could launch the Lakers into the stratosphere.
The Lake Show have a new ownership group led by Mark Walter.
At 710 ESPN and plenty to say.
I mean, is it fair to say maybe some of the biggest news in decades here in LA?
It was breaking news that shook the sports world.
The Buss family is entering an agreement to sell majority ownership of the Lakers to Mark Walter.
But one thing remains the same.
The heart of every Lakers fan. beats through 710 ESPN.
Oh my God, guys. What a day in Lakerland.
From shock to excitement, from questions to confidence.
This now puts the Lakers in every conversation. Now there isn't a player they can't afford.
The reaction started right here on 710 ESPN.
This is awesome.
New era for the purple and gold. Same home for the Los Angeles Lakers.
710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Cap. Is it time to downsize? Selling your home doesn't have to be a hassle. Not with Seller's Advantage. You can skip the agents, commissions, and costly repairs. By the time you pay for repairs and agent fees, you could have already sold your home for a fair, competitive price without the worry of the deal falling through. Here's what Chris Chavez, a real Seller's Advantage customer, had to say, and I quote, "Seller's Advantage was definitely the best company I've worked with. They offered me more than I expected, and the whole process was great. They were helpful, always answered the phone, and willing to help. I can't say enough about the experience. Much better than going through a realtor," end quote. Thank you, Chris. Get your free, no-obligation cash offer today. Call Seller's Advantage at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-397-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
I mean, I wasn't expecting to do a maze, but it just happened.
Exactly. When that pops up,
you never know what happens when you're out with Matt Burke.
You bet. Matt Burke, by the way, who texted and said, "I can juggle my schedule to be there for All-Star Friday night."
I would take him up on that.
Our
That
network
will counter
marketing consultant.
That will counter the Trudell Parker edition on Cappy's team.
Well, Matt Burke's got 2 feet on Trudell?
Oh, my God. Yeah. No, he's 2 Trudells high.
Trudell's a good athlete.
2 Trudells tall.
He is, and he's got a thick trunk.
Yeah, well, Trudell he's a great natural athlete. Yeah,
but he's got a lot of base power. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right.
I wasn't being funny. It's true. He was a soccer player.
Yeah, no, he absolutely was.
Mason and Ireland on a live imaging Tuesday. By the way,
what about the big announcement we talked about?
The Mason and Ireland 21st birthday party.
Let's pump this up. This is the big
podcast. You can't buy tickets yet. You can buy them tomorrow, hopefully, at ESPNLA.com. Saturday, July 27th. 5 p.m. to 9 p.m.-ish. There'll be a private autograph session and pictures with Mason Ireland. Greg Birdman will be there.
Somebody asked.
Some other blast from your past we're working on.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. Now, Laura, what was the question you asked me?
All right, so we have listeners that are inquiring.
Yes.
And they want to know if it's 420 friendly.
Oh, 420 friendly.
Well, no, it's an establishment, so no. You can't smoke inside.
Well, just do what Mason does. Just walk outside.
Yeah, you can't
walk outside.
You can't smoke inside in California.
And there's
People
and
want to know.
And you want a gummy beforehand?
Well, this is your fault.
What's
because
my
you
fault?
made your party 420 friendly.
Well, I mean, yes,
that's a private party. This is a private party, but not outside of. It's not at somebody's home.
Right.
That was at your house.
We're not going to sit around
Right.
and smoke.
Yes.
At this thing.
You can make
Brian.
At somebody's
Cohen. We're not sitting around and smoking at this. Brian.
What about gummies?
That was his out.
Gummies all
Well,
the way
that's-
around.
yeah, you can gummy it
We
up.
can get Rachel there. Cappy's girl Rachel
she
there.
tries to
She's,
gummy
Oh my
everybody,
God, she's handing out gummies all over the place.
Even at your party, I had to say, listen.
Chris Ward is here.
I'm a heart patient.
We don't need you, Rachel. We have Chris Ward.
And I was a fresh heart patient back then.
Yes,
that was
you
only
were.
like a few months in.
That's right.
Anyway, so make note of it. Tomorrow or hopefully tomorrow, there's only 120 seats to purchase.
Yes.
And the price is very fair for what you're getting, which is a private night with Mason and Ireland. and a commemorative item that we're only making 200 of.
And by the way, and I'm going to be absolutely...
And I'm selling the other 75 on eBay.
Ireland told me on that night he is going to be as entertaining as he has ever been. Ever
really?
been. Yeah. He's going to tell every one of his stories.
No, I'm not going to tell any of my stories. That's why it's going to be good.
Right. So...
And by the way, this isn't the only announcement coming this summer. Next week, we got a few.
Really? There's more?
There's a few of them now coming next week.
I can't believe that.
It doesn't stop.
It doesn't.
It's an action-packed summer of Mace.
The announcements never stop. All right, let's talk to Mike in West Hills. Hey, Mike, you're on 710. What's happening, man?
What's up, Mike?
Hey, guys. Listen, I don't know what's wrong with some of these people. You got LeBron James, second team All-NBA, one of the greatest players of all times, oldest player. No one's ever played at this kind of level. He goes in at $52 million. Everybody knew he was going to do that, and he didn't get an extension. He says, he didn't go one-on-one. Rich Paul, smart man, he goes, he's going to put it out there. I mean, Luka, Rob didn't call and ask for want to trade Anthony Davis. He got a phone call.
Right.
So, right? I mean, if Rob's not going to actively trade LeBron, I mean, it would make no sense. But if somebody could pick up the phone and said, hey, Rob, how about LeBron for Darius Garland, Jared Allen, and 2 first picks, he might think about it.
Yeah, all right. I mean, the trouble with Cleveland is, I mean, if you were thinking about a trade, they're in the second apron, which means they can't aggregate salaries, which means they got to get under the second apron in order to aggregate enough salaries to match LeBron's salary. It's just Cleveland is the unlikely destination.
That was good apron talk, because it's hard to understand all
about
aprons.
the apron. All about the apron. Hey, I wanted to mention one thing here before we get to What's Up, Fool. The Dodgers are in a very unique position right now. They have a chance at 8 spots on the eight spots on the All-Star team.
Position spots.
And this is time to vote. I mean, basically, everybody except Michael Conforto has a chance to be an All-Star.
Yeah.
Conforto didn't make the cut.
Is it still like the old days? You can get the ballots of the game and punch the holes.
No, I think it's all online now, isn't it?
Right, it's all online, and we're in the final round right now. It ends.
So what they did was you had the general election, or you had the primary. Now this is the general.
Yes.
And so, for example, third base is just a 2-person race between Manny Machado and Max Muncy.
Yes.
The shortstop is between
Mookie Betts and Francisco Lindor.
Right. So the most any one team has ever had, 76 Reds had 5 starters.
Okay.
The Dodgers could have 8. Shohei's a lock.
Shohei's in.
Everybody else.
They couldn't have 8 starters, though.
Yeah.
They can have 8 starters.
Freeman's in it.
So it's not really an all-star game. That is a Dodgers.
We have all the stars.
Yeah. So Freeman's in a runoff.
Nothing will advance baseball
Edmund
like
is
that.
in a runoff. Mookie's in a runoff.
Mookie, Max.
Teoscar.
Did you say Freddie?
Pages.
Freddie.
Yeah, they're
all in it.
Yeah.
So go vote. What are you laughing about?
Is Major League Baseball really going to allow 8 Dodgers
Well,
to
wait a
start?
minute.
Probably not, but
it's a democratic process.
I
If we
understand,
win,
but
we win.
I don't think that that's good for baseball. You're doing an all-star game.
And I, by the way, think I really believe Andy Pages should be on that team.
all right, here's a hard one for you.
Okay.
If it's a choice between Andy Pages or Clayton Kershaw, who do you give it to?
Well, I'll tell you what, the way Kershaw's been pitching.
And could be his last All-Star game, could be the last person ever while we're alive to hit 3,000 strikeouts. They did it for Tony Gwynn.
That is
They
true.
did it for Cal Ripken. They do it. They did it for Derek Jeter. They put guys on the All-Star team as kind of a ceremonial, our chance to wave goodbye to you, and this is Kershaw's turn. I don't think they'll take Kershaw and Pages, but they might take one.
Well, Pages can be voted in.
Right, but I don't think it will be.
Pete
Crow Armstrong, the guy from the Cubs.
Pete Crow Armstrong is
Kyle
having
Tucker,
just a
the guy
monster
from
year.
the Cubs,
Yep.
and Teoscar right now are the top 3 vote
Unless we vote.
Right.
Unless we vote
Vote
Pages
now.
in.
Vote early and
now.
vote often.
Stuff the ballot box.
Stuff it.
Yeah.
Stuff that, you
Rig
scumbags.
Rig this election.
Go ahead. I mean, it's fine. I don't know why you looked at me when I said that.
You know why. All right, coming up next, we're going to do some What's Up, Fool. Brian's got stuff. Laura's got stuff. We will do it. Coming up next. In the meantime, let me I love my Hyundai Elantra. So I get into business with the Southern California Hyundai dealers. We partnered up last year. And right away I say, okay, I want to drive everything. I want to check out all your cars and SUVs. So I drove everything, including the Ioniq 6, which is an EV with a really long range. It's like riding in a spaceship. It's absolutely high-tech, spectacular, cool car. That's just one of the cars you can test drive right now. And it is the best time right now to get that Hyundai car, SUV, EV you've always wanted. Every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty for confidence now and miles down the road, whether you choose one of our adventure-ready SUVs or the award-winning EVs. You're going to get away with a lot more than just a great deal. Don't wait. Visit your SoCal Hyundai dealers today. It's a great day for a new Hyundai at the Hyundai Getaway Sales event going on right now. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Coming up today at 3 p.m.
Well, I asked Cap today if he ever gets fambushed.
Fambush.
You know how nowadays these younger kids, they'll stalk their parents or their siblings or whoever on their tracking apps. They'll see where they are and they'll be like, okay, hey, I see you're at Starbucks. Can you pick me up? Blah, 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 blah.
Can't do it. Or worse, how about you're at a fancy restaurant, you and your lady, and then all of a sudden your family fambushes you and they show up at that place?
I would just be like, hey, we're here. Do you want anything for us to bring back? Like, why wouldn't you just offer?
I'm here. No, but wait, Funchy, you say that you fambush your wife.
Yeah, I mean, she lets me see where she is, and she's at like a nice restaurant or someplace I like. I mean, yeah, can you bring me home something, please?
Now, do you share your location with her?
No, I don't. Never.
Wait, what?
Get out of here. When's she gonna find me at home on the couch all the time? That's what it is.
Yeah, rubbing your cat.
Sedano and Cap on 710. The fun way to drive home.
Sedano and Cap.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
One of LA's best kept secrets in the heart of Los Angeles, East Central Hotel offers effortless accommodations and unparalleled accessibility. The East Central Hotel is for everyone looking for entertainment with their trendy, spacious rooms, a renovated gym, and a patio lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Nixo Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
SoFi Personal Loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right, pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi Personal Loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply, NMLS 696891.
Quarter before 2 o'clock on a live imaging Tuesday on Mason and Ireland. Trainwreck on Netflix. We should do like a 7-10 series Trainwreck.
Oh, that
we
would
can talk
be
about
great.
some of the things we've done in the past here that haven't worked out.
Yeah, I don't know what their next. Oh, the next one is about the cult of American apparel.
Like Damashek? That
yeah,
didn't really work
this
out.
is after Poop Cruise, which everybody should watch. It's
Oh my God.
it's going to win a bunch of. Oh, Laura, you watched it last night?
I watched it. Momo texted and she's like, I'm watching Poop Cruise. And I was like, me too. It was actually really good.
It's funny.
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
Well,
when
yeah.
it starts, but it's funny.
Yeah, Brian, have you watched it yet? You're a big Cruise guy.
Yeah, not yet. But that's part of the reason why I don't want to watch it.
Watch it, Brian.
Watch it,
You gotta
Brian.
watch
I like
it.
the
I want to
cruises,
get
so
your
it's gonna
reaction.
might turn me off from them. I don't
Captain
know.
Cruise.
Have you enjoyed all the cruises you've been on?
Yeah.
You haven't had to poop in a bag?
No, never.
Well, that's
In
good.
the red bag?
Nobody got Legionnaires or any one of those?
Never
All
had me
right.
tugged.
Got it. All right, let's do some What's Up, Fool?
What's Up, Fool? Hit the thing. Yeah.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
All right, guys. So, Mason, I kind of briefly told you about this earlier, but I finally got something you guys have all been raving about. I got a Ring camera. Eventually got a Ring camera. Over the weekend, I was in Chicago, and I got a little notification. A FedEx package came. I was super excited.
Cool.
10 minutes later, I got another notification, and I saw somebody steal my package.
Okay.
I know who it is.
Wait, you watched
Wait.
Yes.
You know who it is.
So it is I don't know if it's like her boyfriend or friend or whatever, of somebody that just moved into my floor.
Okay.
So
have you confronted?
I have not. This is my question. So I have 3 options. I can let it go, which I kind of feel like I'm going to do. Christian wants to go over and just knock and say, hey, do you have my package? Because we know what apartment number it is.
Right.
And the third one is he just wants to fully confront and be like, hey, give me my girlfriend's
What
package.
about call the cops? That guy stole my
It's
package.
not. It's like a $90 package, so I don't think it's
Seriously,
offensive level.
I don't know why you wouldn't just knock on the door and say, hey, while I was gone, a package showed up. Did
Or
you pick it up for
walk
me?
over with the video and go, hey, can I show
So
you
that's
something?
what Brian said.
Yeah.
He's like, just go over, show
Can I
him the
show you
video.
something? Here's video of you picking up the package. Do you know where it is now?
I
Like,
might
don't
do
even
that.
be accusatory. Just
Yeah,
say,
you don't have to be
hey, I'm trying to
accusatory.
find this package. Here's video of you picking it up at my door. Do you know where it is now?
Did you accidentally pick it up?
Did you
Like-
happen to pick it up by accident? Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know how to go about it. You know what I mean? They just moved in.
I definitely would not let it go.
Well, they just moved in. The guy is a thief. This is not
Well,
going to be
clearly.
the first package he steals.
Do you have a super at your building?
I do. So I actually called they're called concierge or whatever. So I called them and they're like, yeah, there's nothing we can do, but here's a number that you can call.
What's the number?
It's postal police.
Oh,
really?
You know
But
what?
it's
Now
not
I want to
about-
see what happens when you call the postal police.
But
call them.
they say that it has to be over a certain amount.
Oh, wait a
and
minute.
It's not.
Was it an Amazon package?
No, it's so I bought
Amazon's
them.
great about
Yeah,
like
they
if
are.
you call
Yo,
them.
yeah, they're great.
They'll just send it back to you.
No, it was actually Angel City, their immigrant city shirt, and I'm
Oh,
so
okay.
excited to get the shirt in
Right.
a hat.
Yeah.
But now I don't have it. But they're like, hey, well, it says it got delivered. It's not on our hand. So now I
Right,
don't know
yeah,
what to
I
do.
would knock on that guy's door. And by the way, if you can get him to come on the radio, we would love to interrogate him.
Okay,
In
yeah.
fact, yeah, here's what you do. You get a chair. And you get a light bulb, and it's swinging back and forth.
Yeah.
Then you put him on the radio with us, and we grill him until he gives up
I
the
just want
package.
my package, man.
I
want
don't
my
think you
package.
should do nothing.
No.
You said you were leaning towards doing nothing. I would not
Don't do nothing.
nothing.
Don't do
I
nothing.
feel like a lot of times I get told that
You
I'm
either
very
call the
combative. So you know.
call the postal police, or you have Christian walk over there with the phone and the video and say, "Hey, can I show you this? This was outside our apartment, and now we can't find it. This is you picking it up. Do you know where it is now?"
I
And
like
just-
that. I can
Yeah.
make
see what
Christian
happens.
do it.
Yeah, or wait till you see somebody wearing the shirt and say, hey.
Oh my God, I kind of want that. I'm like, if you're wearing my stuff, bro, I'm
Let's
gonna be
roll.
so mad.
Chris, it's like that Seinfeld episode where Jerry takes his dry cleaning and he keeps seeing the dry cleaner and his wife wearing all his stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, real quick, the video's at ESPN Los Angeles on Twitter. You really took one pepperoni out of the Fresh Brothers box?
That's on video?
They've got the video and it's
What?
posted.
I saw you do that too. I was like, what are you doing? Come on.
I didn't realize you. I just thought you were looking at them. I didn't realize you pulled the pepperoni out.
Wow, how is that on?
It's on video.
Wait, I'm going to look at the
and it's
video
posted
right
at
now.
ESPN Los Angeles. Amazing job, social team. That's incredible.
Wait, I don't get
Mace, you got caught.
I'm
you
not
pop
getting.
open the box, you pull out one pepperoni and put it in your mouth and
oh
close
God!
the box.
It's just look at this. It's perfect. There you go.
Look at that.
One.
Oh!
And you yelled at me about sticking my hand in to
Look,
take a chip.
well-
What's the
Oh, that was
difference?
bad, too.
No,
That was
reaching
bad,
your
that
hand
was
into
bad.
chips is not good.
You reach your hand into a
I
pizza.
touched one pepperoni.
I
One
touched one
pepperoni.
chip.
One pepperoni.
Yeah.
No, see, I came back from vacation. I weighed 198.8, and I'm like, oh damn, things are getting out of control. So one pepperoni is what I allowed
You
myself.
still look
today.
good, though.
Eh.
But it also has the video of me berating Ron Mitchell, so I like this
Oh,
video.
good. There you go.
For not telling me we were getting Fresh Brothers today.
What's up, fool?
So last night I watched the Amazon Prime new series they have about Madden. It's a little 4-part
Oh, yeah. How is
docuseries
that?
Is
about
it
the
good?
game. Very good, actually. And the key takeaway I took from it is they had the head guys of 2K Sports in there, too. And kind of the games really changed after EA got the exclusive NFL rights and 2K no longer could. And the whole thing of there's no competition, so the games kind of took a stalemate, and people say they kind of sucked later.
Right.
pretty good series, though. I definitely recommend it. Well, EA came out yesterday and announced a college basketball game because, the football one NCAA did pretty good, so they're coming back with the college basketball game. Immediately after 2K actually came out and said, hey, we're also going to do a college basketball game here, too, now that they can because, there's no exclusive rights here for the college.
Right.
Does that make it better? Should the NFL have, multiple games, or is it better that there's just one license kind of deal?
Well, it's cool when everybody's playing the same game and doing the same thing, but I'm open to competition. Is the NFL running both of these?
No, so the NFL is exclusively Madden. So 2K can't make any more NFL games.
I would say that's the right way to go, is just have one game. Ireland, you are a big Madden player.
I am not.
Oh.
I never play video games,
you were a Madden
so this
guy.
one goes right over my head.
Yeah.
Now, what is, Brian, of your age group, what was your first memory of John Madden? Was it the game, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Like, did you realize who John Madden was when you first heard the reference?
I knew who he was. Also had my grandfather actually went to college with John Madden.
Oh, wow.
So,
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's cool.
He wrote a little memoir, and he was like, the first time I actually met John Madden was the first time I realized I'm not going to make the NFL. So, kind of cool. But no, personally, the games is how I know Madden.
Yep.
What's up, Foo? All right, guys. Again, one of my favorite things here is National Days, and today is National Creative Ice Cream Flavors Day. So I wanted to know
That's not a thing.
It is a thing.
Ice-
National Creative Ice Cream Flavors
What
Day.
the hell is that?
So you create an ice cream
You
flavor.
got to make a swirl.
Yeah. So I wanted to know if Mason, let's call it the Mason or whatever you wanted to call it.
Oh,
if
this
you
is going to be exotic. You know he's going to have something exotic.
If you could create your own flavor of ice cream, what would it be, Mason? And everybody respectfully.
Okay, so I have actually tried this particular flavor of ice cream.
Doesn't shock me.
It is called sweet avocado.
Oh,
it is avocado flavored, but with like some sweetness to it. It's delicious. Delicious avocado ice cream.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
That's a great.
No, here's a good idea.
It's a real idea because I actually ate it.
You guys ever had banana cream pie?
Sure.
It's
Yeah.
fantastic. I want banana cream pie ice cream.
It's good. It's good.
Too
No
sweet.
avocado, but
Too
okay.
sweet.
No way. If somebody creates banana cream pie ice cream, I'm in.
Brian?
I would say I go down to Salt and Straw because they usually have crazy
Oh,
flavors.
do they?
Yes,
A couple
they
months
do.
ago, they had like a mustard pickle kind of chip flavor. Wouldn't try it, but
Mustard pickle.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
that qualifies as like a
I'm
weird.
not for that.
flavor.
Lard, you got one?
Okay, so they had a goat cheese and olive flavored at Salt and Straw. I'm not a big fan of Salt and Straw because of the weird, obscured flavors. If I could create my own, I would probably do like a liquored, like some type of liquor flavor.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
liquor like a pina colada or something like that.
Yeah, like just like some type of liquor. It's like, and then I would just say like for the adults,
So
The
it's
adults.
National
Creative
Ice Cream
Flavors
Flavor
Day.
There's a day for everything.
Yeah, there is. What's up, Foo?
So after the Damian Lillard news, the Bucks waving him, Carmelo Anthony blasted that post all over social media. Said, "No loyalty in sports. Shake my head. It's just business as usual." But my question here is, do you believe that there are no loyalty here to the Bucks, Dame Lillard, because they are still paying him out now? He could sit out. He could go wherever he wants. Do you kind of agree with that sentiment that Bucks releasing him is there's no loyalty here to Dame?
Well,
There's
Dame's
loyalty,
been,
period.
Yeah, Dame's been paid a lot of money, and he's still going to get paid a lot of money to go away. That's just the nature of business.
And honestly, in sports, there's just not a lot of loyalty. I mean, they saw an opportunity. Yeah, either way, they saw an opportunity to get Miles Turner. They're like, all right, you had knee surgery or Achilles surgery. You're not going to be ready for. We'll just buy you out and make room for Miles Turner. I don't think there's a lot of loyalty in sports at all. And by the way, I think it makes a difference. Like, for example, I think the Lakers have sort of one of their hallmarks is that they take care of stars. Like, I don't think you'd see the Lakers just dump somebody the way Milwaukee dumped Damian Lillard because they are known. You think they would?
I think that business is business. And, for example, Derek Fisher got traded in the middle of the night to Houston, and that ended his Laker career after Derek Fisher had won 5 rings.
Lamar Odom.
Yeah, Odom got traded in the middle of the night. So you can say that, but it's what you just said is lip service. Every team does what's best for the team. And it's always been that way. That's the way sports is.
Yeah.
maybe you could say that about elite stars, which is, by the way, I think if LeBron did ask for a trade, the Lakers would probably trade him.
Well, I mean, obviously the Lakers were not loyal to Timofey Mozgov.
Well, they weren't.
Or Luol Deng.
No.
They stretched him.
Opposite, but
did they not basically buy him out and stretch him?
Yeah, but they got paid.
They got paid.
Yeah.
But they're doing what Damian Lillard got done to.
Yeah, but Damian
with
Lillard's in a
Milwaukee.
different class than Luol
100%.
Deng.
They will be loyal to Jake LaGreca.
It is not
Jake LaRavia.
It's Jake LaRavia. There's so much LaRavia disrespect
I just figured it out.
LaGreca jersey.
Don LaGreca is on the air at ESPN.
Oh, that's
New
how it
York.
popped in my head.
That's where you're getting
Jake
that.
LaGreca.
Yeah. All right. Is that good? We
You
solid?
want one more? Or you're good.
Yeah, do one more.
Okay.
Yeah, do one more.
All right. So this came up, and I want to test your knowledge. So today in 1963, zip codes were introduced for U.S. mail.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to you guys is, do you remember your childhood phone number?
Yep.
Do you really?
Yep. 893-4300.
759-1509.
946-5348.
All I remember is 818. Because
You get- Brian, you got
626
yours?
was
Yeah.
818.
Yeah.
Now,
That's all I remember.
Here's something bad. When
Damn,
we
that
were
was
kids,
pretty good.
we
I don't
had-
remember
We
it.
had to know the number of the bar that my dad was at.
Because if he wasn't at home, he was probably in the bar.
243-0120. That was for the Dugout Club, where my dad was off in town late at night.
God bless him.
Yes, he had a taste for partying. All right, there you have it. There is. Do you remember yours, Laura?
All I remember is 818 because they turned 818 into 626 back in the day.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's right. They had the
That's all I
overlay.
remember.
Sure. All right, Dave McMenamin's going to be stopping in. We're
right there.
waiting on Al Horford, DeAndre Ayton, DeAnthony Melton. We already know we landed Jake LaRavia, so we are on our way. And by the way, Rob Pelinka is trending, and I just clicked on it, and there are not very many complimentary tweets about Rob Pelinka right now.
Well, the free agency period is young. Let's see what he finishes at. Let's see how he finishes. The front nine, if this was a golf tournament, he's not on the leaderboard.
No, he is definitely not.
Let's see what the back nine brings.
All right. And by the way, we're going to continue to take some calls, 877-710-ESPN. I see McMenamin there, so we'll get him in here next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
Thinking about the bench.
Which bench? Getting benched?
Just getting benched, the bench, period. That would have worked on me.
Did you ever
man.
get benched?
Yeah.
Yeah? For what? What'd you do?
I brought home an F. That's the F and PE.
Oh, you got benched by your mom.
And the coach.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
she just beat him to it. Like, I'll take care of this. I embarrassed her. So, I got benched once for being insubordinate.
Towards a coach?
Towards a coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
in college and pro and high school?
I got the start. He just ripped me out and sat me there for like 70% of the plays.
Oh, yeah, that's
and
no
proved
good.
the point.
And you know why that sucks the most? Because then people come up and say, why didn't you play? And then you got to come up with something.
In San Francisco. With my entire family behind me. Yeah. He knew. Yeah, he won.
That'll
he was right.
do the trick.
He was right.
That'll do the trick.
Yes.
Travis and DeMarco tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Don't miss Travis and DeMarco on 710 ESPN.
And get ready next Friday, July 11th at the West Covina Sportsplex. Join 710 all day long. Don't miss out on special activities like meeting our friends like Bailey from the LA Kings mascot at 12 p.m. and Rams cheerleaders between 1 and 3 p.m. It's all happening at the West Covina Sportsplex, 2100 South Azusa Avenue in West Covina. Be sure to bring your coolers and lawn chairs for All-Star Friday night. Special thanks to All Pro Plumbing and the Jaime and Blanca Foundation.
Inheriting a home can be overwhelming. Between repairs and the time it takes to get everything ready to sell, it can feel like more trouble than it's worth. That's where Seller's Advantage comes in. One real customer who inherited a home shared their experience, and I quote, "We had an inheritance from a relative. It would have taken us a lot of time, money, and headaches to get the property in shape to sell. I heard about Seller's Advantage from a radio commercial and decided to give them a try. Their offer was reasonable, and we accepted it. They took care of all the physical effort and legal complexities. We closed within 3 weeks. I would highly recommend them to anyone," end quote. No matter what your reason for selling, call Seller's Advantage today at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or use the website sellersadvantage.com for your free, no obligation cash offer. sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with with Seller's Advantage.
You know I love the outdoors and adventures. Hey, it's Travis calling all adventurers. Page, Arizona is your ultimate outdoor playground. Snap that iconic shot at Horseshoe Bend. Then hike the stunning 11-mile rim trail. Explore one of 13 breathtaking slot canyons, including world-famous Antelope Canyon. Craving water fun? Cruise Lake Powell by kayak, jet ski, or houseboat, or float the Colorado River to Lee's Ferry. Make Page your base camp for day trips to Grand Canyon, Zion, and the Wave. Start planning your trip today at visitpageaz.com.
Hey Rams fans, it's your quarterback Matthew Stafford here. Join me for Walk United LA at the Rose Bowl Stadium on July 20th. Participants can walk or run to support fire recovery efforts and our most vulnerable LA communities. Learn more at walkunitedla.org. See you there.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
2 o'clock on a live imaging Tuesday.
Yeah.
Mason in Ireland, the biggest show on the radio. Dave McMenamin smells so good. He smells so good. What are you wearing?
He looks good. He's got his TV suit on. He's looked like $1 million bucks.
Yeah, you look good.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
And you smell amazing.
I'm wearing Hermes.
Hermes
Oh,
works.
yeah.
It looks good on you.
Fancy.
Why are we playing Milli Vanilli, Laura?
Brian, on this day in
1989, number one.
Oh, beautiful. The great Milli Vanilli.
Before they were exposed as frauds.
That's correct. So, Dave McMenamin, I would say that I'm just going to summarize the feelings from Laker fans and say very unhappy, very unsettling what's happened so far, very disappointing. What are they trying to do? Like for example, they still have not addressed the 5.
No.
Now, and their names come off, Brooke Lopez, Clint Capella, these guys are coming off the board. It comes down, is there any truth to Horford?
Based on what we were hearing yesterday, he was leaning towards Golden State. And Looney going to New Orleans certainly seemed to be one of the dominoes that needed to fall to open up their position need there.
Yep.
I don't think that's going to happen with Horford. I'll say this. I spoke to someone with knowledge of the Lakers thinking going into day 2 of free agency, and it's not just trying to address the center position through a free agent signing. They have a couple avenues that they are, I guess, monitoring or even engaging in trade-wise to address the position.
To address the 5.
The 5.
Are you at liberty to say who they're targeting?
I can't because I don't have certainty on who it is. I know one of the scenarios involves another team also dealing with the team that has the center, and the Lakers feel like when and if that trade goes through, there will be a surplus center on the roster, and the Lakers will be able to negotiate for that.
Okay, so on that subject, DeAndre Ayton is obviously available. He's got to clear waivers tomorrow. The Lakers are one of the favorites to get him, not the only team that's probably going to make an offer on him. Are you convinced that the Lakers are in the driver's seat there? I'm a little worried about Indiana. Is that too strong a word to say or a phrase to say they're in the driver's seat, or what do you know about Ayton?
Right, I've stayed pretty close on Ayton since the buyout. I would have reported if they were in the driver's seat. I know Chris Haynes, who I respect, and a friend and one time
good
ESPN.
reporter.
Yeah, he reported that I think his terminology was the Lakers were in a strong position or something along those lines to land him. I haven't been shared that same terminology, neither from the Lakers or Ayton's camp.
Okay.
The best information I have is that there are several teams involved, which, that what happens when a guy like that who averaged 15-plus points per game on 60% shooting in 20-plus playoff games in their run to the finals.
Right.
He has proven it when it matters. There certainly are some off-court concerns there, but he can produce. But there's a list of teams, and I'm told from Ayton's camp, it's going to come down to what DeAndre wants. So, I know there is 1 + 1 = 2. Luka Doncic's agent is Bill Duffy. Right. Bill Duffy reps Luka. He also reps DeAndre Ayton. So Ayton's coming to L.A. It's not that simple here.
So what happened with Dorian Finney-Smith? He was a huge factor last year for the Lakers. Game 4, played all 24 minutes in the second half, all that kind of stuff. Great defender, had a really good year shooting. They gave up 3 second-round draft picks for him, and then he walks and D'Angelo Russell walks away. There are some complaints about asset management there. What happened with Dorian Finney-Smith?
Okay, I'll start by saying, even with Dorian Finney-Smith leaving to go to the Rockets, the trade 10 times out of 10 times was a good idea last year.
Right.
I give Rob Pelinka and the Lakers front office credit for doing so. D'Angelo Russell wasn't fitting as well as he had the previous season. They wanted to get the ball in Austin Reeves' hands more. Second-round draft picks certainly can get deals done in this league, but you accumulate them to get deals done. So even if it was a 43-game rental, I think it was the right move.
Okay.
That said, he's 32 years old. He's coming off ankle surgery. I believe he has 5 children, and his marching orders to his representative, Michael Tellem of Excel Sports, was, I want long-term security. And so going into it, that was where his representatives were coming from. The Lakers were like, man, we like Dorian a lot. We recognize his value, recognize JJ trusts him. We recognize that he has a relationship with Luka Doncic, and he's maybe the most popular locker room figure that we have on this roster. However, we are unwilling to go and talk about like a 3 or 4 year extension.
Right.
And so, it was characterized to me that the Lakers stayed disciplined in their negotiating, and their breaking point was they wanted to be able to clear the books in the summer of 2027 to pursue a max-level free agent. Now, listen, all those things I said about Dorian, I believe one of the most refreshing guys I've, quite frankly, ever covered.
Yep.
He's awesome.
Totally agree with you.
Just a sunny disposition. Obviously, his skill set is very valuable in today's league. 3-and-D, switchable defender, corner 3-point shooter. And also his defensive metrics actually, despite him playing on that bum ankle, looked as good as they had in his career since the 2018-2019 season. So still very productive. That said, if the Lakers are going to go big game hunting in summer of 2027 and someone like Giannis Antetokounmpo or someone like Nikola Jokic is going to be on the market that they have designs on acquiring, and the fly in the ointment would be Dorian Finney-Smith, I'm sorry. You made the right decision not to extend him beyond two years.
Do you think Jake LaRavia is a rotation guy or probably not?
Rotation?
Yeah.
I think he has a good shot at being a rotation guy. Yeah, I mean, listen, he has good size. He has grit. He has some playmaking ability. He's not just like a standstill or a movement shooter. He can do some stuff with the ball in his hands. However, he hasn't played on a ton of winning teams yet. Memphis was getting minutes when Memphis was kind of in that
when
rebuild.
They were bad. Yeah.
Exactly. He did have a really good month of March for the Kings. After kind of the dust settled, because the Kings had a lot of
For people who don't know, he was traded
year.
from Memphis to Sacramento at the trade deadline last
That's
year.
right.
Yeah.
And the Kings went through a coaching change last year. Doug Christie taking over for Mike Brown. There's a lot of stuff going. De'Aaron Fox obviously goes to San Antonio. A lot of stuff going on there. Once kind of the dust settled, he had a really strong March. 40+% from 3, close to 50% overall. About 3 or 4 rebounds, about 2 assists, about a steal in limited minutes. I think he's a guy who can help you now. And he's 23 years old versus 32, I should say, for Dorian Finney-Smith. And he's $6 million a year. That was a smart signing. And, because I think in 2025, you want to be an informed fan, you should know kind of all the puzzle pieces together. He's also repped by the same agents that rep Austin Reeves. And that's kind of an olive branch as well, saying that Austin Reeves, we want to continue to be in business with you. So
there have been no trade requests made by LeBron James or his team.
No trade request.
What does he want?
Time is not a renewable resource for him at this stage of his career. He wants to be able to say, every night I'm going out playing competitive basketball, with the idea that at the end of 82 games, I have a shot to win a championship. So I spoke to Rich Paul yesterday before we did the trade deadline show on ESPN, and his wording to me was, listen, a championship roster is never a guarantee. We understand that. But we also know what one looks like and what one doesn't look like. It's like, does it pass the smell test? Obviously, coming off the first-round exit to the Minnesota, that team, despite winning 50 games, despite a really good first year for J.J. Redick, despite being able to retrofit Luka and Dorian Finney-Smith on the fly, they didn't look like a championship team. So upgrades were necessary. Rich Paul says he put out the statement. First of all, before he put out the statement, he told Rob Pelinka it's coming, and he told Laura Beth Seeger it's coming, Laura Beth is the business manager for Luka Doncic.
Yeah, she's kind of the chief of staff for Luka, and she's great.
Right.
Yeah.
She's fantastic. And also, I think that was very telling in terms of, like, let's not make this about, the Lakers are going full Luka, and it's march to the future, and let's forget about LeBron. No, there's still very much a working relationship there.
But yet we're talking about cap space in 2027. That's exactly what LeBron was talking about.
But sure, we are talking about that right now. However, that cap space in 2027 will be pretty moot if they don't get a commitment from Luka Doncic long term.
Right.
Which is August 2nd is the date we're watching, right?
Does Dorian Finney-Smith's exit factor in? I mean, most people assume, is it fair to assume that Luka's going to sign it? Or not fair to assume that?
Listen, there are different permutations of it. So there's a chance that he doesn't sign it and waits a following year. There's more money. The CBA is escalating. There's a chance he signs. He could sign like a big one this summer, like 4 or 5 years, or he could sign like 2 years and get out of it. So, like, again, all of that could be determined financially. It could also be determined, like, do I really want to line up 4 years commitment to what I've just seen from the day we lost Game 5 to August 2nd? Based on the first day of free agency, you would probably say, like, you want to have some optionality and might not want to do that long-term commitment. So I certainly expect Luka Doncic to sign an extension with the Lakers, but I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. And I would think if I am Jeannie Buss, who's still the governor running this team, if I'm Rob Pelinka, if I'm Kurt Rambis, if I'm anyone in the brain trust for the Lakers right now, it is still my utmost priority to build this team into a contender in the moment, not just for LeBron James and not just for Luka Doncic, but also for Mark Walter.
Right.
It's a really good point.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you hang around?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So when we come back, I'm going to ask Dave this. If LeBron did ask for a trade, could they even execute it? Is it even doable? We'll get into that coming up next.
All right. Hey, don't forget, next Friday night, West Covina Sportsplex. All day long, we are there for our 7-10 All-Star Game. Don't miss all the special activities like practicing your puck shots, meeting Bailey, a special legend appearance by Darrell Evans. Wow, that's so cool. It's all happening West Covina Sportsplex next Friday, 2100 South Azusa Avenue. Get your coolers ready for All-Star Friday night. Special thanks to our friends at the Los Angeles Kings. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Coming up today at 3 p.m.
What? You got to do a cat-cow. You know how to do that? A cat-cow stretch.
A what?
A cat-cow.
What is a cat-cow?
You get on your fours and then
show them. Go in there and show them.
I can't. All right.
Let me see it. I think I know what you're talking about. I do it every day. But I didn't know it's called a cat-cow.
Cat-cow.
Well, get in front of the camera, guy.
You gotta get on your fours and do this, and then you gotta do that.
Yeah, I do that every day. I do that every day. I do cat-cow. Cat-cow. Moo. Meow. Moo, meow.
I'm here.
Namaste. I just Googled image cat-cow and yeah.
Cat-cow. Is it different than downward dog?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, cat-cow is not downward dog.
Yeah.
One's a moo meow and the other one's a rrr rrr.
Sedano and Cap on 710. The fun way to drive home.
Sedano and Cap.
When it's game time, every play counts. So when it's time to choose your next vehicle, make the winning play at George Chevrolet. From the powerful work-ready Silverado to the family-sized Traverse and all-electric standouts like Blazer and Equinox EV, George Chevrolet has an incredible selection and a championship-caliber team ready to help you get the perfect Chevy at the best price. Visit them off the 91 Freeway, Lakewood Exit in Bellflower, or shop online at georgechevy.com. That's georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MBA. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the biggest show on the radio. And we know Mason loves to throw out scenarios.
I threw a bunch of scenarios out there yesterday. A lot of people screamed at me on Twitter, which is fine. Don't use all caps. Don't use all caps.
More of Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
All right, NBA free agency opened yesterday. And the Lakers, of course, came away with the big prize, Jake LaRadia.
All right, so Dave McMenamin's with us, and we're fortunate enough to have him. And Dave, of course, covers the Lakers for ESPN and has covered LeBron's career, both stints in L.A. and all the way through Cleveland. Dave, let's say in an hour from now or in 10 minutes from now, LeBron does ask for a trade. Isn't that easier said than done to execute or not?
If he was going to ask for a trade, in my opinion, it would have already happened like well before the opt-in time.
Right.
You ask for it, you do it in the shadows, you work with the Lakers front office to talk to other teams, and much the same way that the Lakers were able to acquire Luka Doncic. Like no one else knew about it in the league, and you get the guy where, you know, Nico wanted Luka gone, Rob wanted him, you don't involve other agents or other teams. I still have a hard time believing LeBron James will request a trade. Also, I don't think there will be any talk of a buyout either, because that's just empty cap
Correct.
space.
There's
it's not
no
like you don't get to use that
incentive.
cap
Yeah.
space on anything else. So, like, why would the Lakers do that? Especially if they need to build a contender right now to play with Luka. So, I mean, listen, it doesn't mean like Rich.
Are the chances zero?
No, it's not zero. I mean,
North of zero.
Rich Paul told me he's made it clear to me, we didn't ask for an extension, so there was no talk of an extension. So that wasn't like a tension point between us and the Lakers.
Both sides were in agreement on that.
Right. So do you remove that from the table. As for, you know, his statement made it sound like, okay, Rob, make this team better or else. Because I asked him, like, what's on the back end of the statement? He said there is no back end. It's just front end. Like, LeBron wants to play on a winner, and we want to see the team look like a winner. Okay, but then he did tell me that 4 teams have inquired to him about a trade. And then you there's only certain franchises that you would say would want the LeBron circus, have the assets.
And we should point out LeBron has a no-trade clause, so
Correct.
he kind of controls
right.
all that.
And it's got to be a contender.
Right, and where you consider LeBron would want to go to, right, and be a contender. So, like, you talk about Dallas, right?
How
because
weird would
he
that
has
be?
connection.
Knicks.
It would be weird. Knicks, Dallas, Cavs, Warriors, Heat, Clippers probably are the list of teams.
Wow.
But I've reported in the past, a source close to LeBron James said LeBron James will never wear a Clippers uniform. So
Good.
If
Good
that
for him.
remains
I've
the
heard
case,
that too.
so you move that one. The Cavs are in the second apron right now, so they cannot.
Right,
trade
they'd have
for
to get
LeBron James.
rid of stuff
they'd
to
have
be able to
just
even be under, to
start
be able to
having- right.
aggregate.
And
yeah.
that's like a risk because once you get rid of the stuff, there's a chance that it doesn't go through. So I don't think the Cavs are happening. Dallas, I'm told that they would only be interested in LeBron in a buyout situation. So, and again, we just
because there is a deal to be made there.
Right.
If they wanted to make a deal, there's a deal.
Yeah, there's a deal to be made there, but I don't believe that's happening.
And he wants to go to. If he's going to go, he's going to go to the East if he can.
I don't necessarily think
No?
that because his son's going to be at his son. First of all, and let's keep bringing this up because I don't think it's getting enough attention. His son's on the Lakers.
Yeah, right.
So he's going to go get a trade away from his son.
Well, wouldn't you just put Bronny in the trade?
Why not include Bronny in the trade?
It's going to be such an easy trade to figure out LeBron at 52.6, and let's throw in an extra contract there too.
Right,
I just don't.
That's
think
a good point.
So, and then his other son Bryce is going to be at University of Arizona. Zuri's about 10 years old. Savannah's in L.A. He has business interests in L.A. There's so many reasons to want to be in L.A. But let's say if you need to be traded, I would think it'd be somewhere close to L.A., right? So, okay, you have
Golden
the
State.
Warriors. He loves playing with Steph, had great Olympic experience. The Warriors tried to trade for LeBron 2 years ago. I mean, that one, I think there would be possibility there if we got to that point. And I don't think we're going to get to that point. But
I'm with you.
And then, sure, I mean, Phoenix, like, they have a good relationship, as we saw from that clip that came out before the draft. Rich Paul talking with Matt Ishbia about trying to get Kaman Malawak to fall to number 10 so the Suns could draft him. James Jones, LeBron James, told me that it's my favorite teammate I've ever had, who's in the Suns front office. So, and that's right where, his Bryce is going to be going to college. So, okay, you keep them on the list, I guess. And Knicks, I just don't see either. Knicks is it's such a tough spot for if we're talking about legacy, right? The Knicks had the most successful season they've had in 30 years last year. If he goes there and doesn't win, it's his fault.
Yeah.
That's pretty big risk.
So, what are the odds that LeBron just plays out this year and this is like his farewell season?
I think that is a far bigger possibility than him being traded.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way of putting that.
That feels right to me. There is a that burnishes his legacy. I think after all this Sturm and Drang, he would burnish his legacy. But a lot of big words all at
I was going to say I don't know if half of those are actual words.
After all, burnishes. Go out as a Laker. Have a big. Have the big farewell year. What's wrong with the big farewell
Mark
year?
Spears pointed out yesterday on our trade special that the All-Star game's in L.A. That can be your, the LeBron celebration weekend.
Yep.
Yeah, it's at the Intuit Dome.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can announce then that it's your last year. So then you don't have this long march where, Kobe, one thing, I was in Cleveland at that point, but Kobe didn't announce that was his final season until like early December, late November,
Right.
around
Middle
there,
of the
right?
season, yeah.
Right. So it wasn't like the specter the entire time. And, the Lakers play Cleveland right around the All-Star break, actually.
Okay, so that could be it.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Right.
We're talking to Dave McMenamin from ESPN, and this is great, so thank you for doing it. What do you think happens with Lillard now that he has been surprisingly, in my opinion, released?
Based on Mark Spears' reporting, his camp is okay with the decision, if maybe even more than okay. Pleased that they're going to have some agency about where he goes. Obviously, there was a lot of talk about Miami before, Portland kind of put this Bucks deal together at the last minute. So you'd think that Miami is a potential landing spot, but he's not going to play for a year,
right?
So I don't even know what.
There's no hurry.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to look like. I was trying to think. And John or Steve, one of you guys might know this, but obviously Wes Matthews played for the Lakers late in his career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think he might have been in a situation where after his Achilles, he was technically out of the league, waived, and then he had to get kind of healthy again before a team signed him.
Right, so we make him down to that.
Right.
Last thing for me, Dave, I'm surprised, and I'm just curious if you're hearing the same thing I'm hearing. I've had to amend my position on LeBron. I think it makes zero sense to me if I'm a Laker fan to not want LeBron on the team. He's entertaining. He's a draw. When I sit down to watch the games, I get to do the games. Obviously, I'm a little biased here.
Right.
But overwhelmingly, like we open the phones here, half the people that work here, Morales, Travis, DeMarco.
Yeah, let's name them. I
Laura.
want names.
Oh, no,
Line 'em up.
but I mean, if you did it, everybody that works here, it would probably be 50-50 that want out of the LeBron business, and it's a sentiment I don't understand. Are you hearing that?
Oh, I mean, certainly my Twitter timeline looks like that. First of all, and Rich Paul is happy to remind anyone who will listen about this. What were the 6 years like for the Lakers franchise?
Amen.
Before
They were not good. They were not good at all.
Of course, this hasn't.
And we're a star-driven town.
Right. And this hasn't been like a completely smooth 7 years. I'm not going to try to sell you on that. But there was a championship, which is the only other team with more championships than the Lakers since LeBron came here are the Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
So remind yourself of that he's delivered just about as good as any other superstar in the world.
And every night we show up, Dave, I feel like they've got a chance to win. Is
Right.
that true if he's not here? I don't know. Probably not.
Also, who's to say that Luka Doncic at his time as a Los Angeles Laker will play with a better teammate than LeBron James at 41 years old?
Good point.
Nope.
I'm not convinced of it.
Yeah.
Anyone who watched the playoffs, I mean, that's the proof is in the pudding right there. LeBron James played 41 minutes a game. He wasn't perfect. He had that turnover late in Game 4. He was a guy putting it all on the line. Luka's sick, and so he needs to up his scoring. He was tremendous offensively that game. Next game, Luka has it going offensively. He's just selling out on defense, taking charges, giving hell to Julius Randle. Like, he's about winning. Get him to a point with a roster that is capable of winning in the playoffs, and he's going to put it all out there. Much what we saw, I'm not going to compare him. I think actually I'm going to compare him here, and then I'm going to make a point why LeBron's underappreciated. Much like we saw Kobe in his last game where he scored 60 because he knew that's his last he had to give to this fan base. Get LeBron to the playoffs in 2026, you're going to get that over an extended run.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And so, and now listen, I think part of the reason is Kobe played all 20 years, and LeBron was, his rival to some degree, and fans haven't fully embraced it. But
here's the thing: there is an end point.
Yeah,
like you can see the end of the LeBron era.
And he was
for the Lakers.
He was very, I think, welcoming and graceful since Luka Doncic came to the team. And you don't always see that.
Right.
Last thing for you. Lakers. DeAndre Ayton, Al Horford, other. Who is the 5?
Ooh. If I had I'm going to remove Horford from the equation. I would be surprised.
Okay.
Yeah, you think maybe Golden State for him.
Right.
Okay.
And then if I have my druthers, I'm trading for someone. DeAndre Ayton would be my break glass in case of emergency. And quite frankly, I would almost be as comfortable coming back with Jackson Hayes than,
coming back as opposed to
as DeAndre Ayton.
Is part of that because The Athletic had a deep dive on this. Ayton has been, I'll be kind here by using this word, unreliable.
Yeah, I don't think he is as professional as he hasn't shown the level of professionalism that the Lakers have as a standard of their basketball program.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a good way of putting that.
Hey,
thank
Dave,
you so much for doing this.
This has been awesome,
Dave.
man. Thank you very
guys.
much.
Yeah.
You can follow Dave at McTen on all platforms. He's the guy. Wow, that is some interesting stuff. Thank you, Dave. All right, so
Thanks again, man.
let's do a round of calls. You can react to anything Dave said. But that's interesting about DeAndre Ayton, huh?
Yeah, and true.
Yeah.
I mean, I want Ayton, but read that article in The Athletic. I sent it to you. It's got a lot of questions.
Yep. All right, 877-710-ESPN. We'll take a few more calls here, and we got Game of Games coming up, and it is Ireland's game today. So we'll
kind
do
of
that.
a fun one too. And Jacob's coming in.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, newly added age group for the T-Ball Tee-Off presented by Children's Dental Fun Zone next Friday at All-Star Friday night. Ages 5 to 6 years old. Now eligible to participate. You can head to ESPNLA.com to sign up your little slugger. It's all happening next Friday. Head to ESPNLA.com. Click on the T-Ball Tee-Off card. Find the button that says 5 to 6 year old. 5 to 6 year olds, and thanks to Children's Dental Fun Zone, they treat your kids as their own. All right, Mason and Ireland, busy day, free agency underway. Who's out there? 710 ESPN.
All right, time to talk about ZipRecruiter. If you are hiring, you got to use ZipRecruiter because it helps you find qualified candidates fast. How fast? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. Ian Siegel, the guy who invented ZipRecruiter, puts it this way. They don't leave anything to chance. They use powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people for your roles. So go to this website and use it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
I remember Kobe had one
Do
too.
you think that Travis bought a rap album ever?
Did anybody who says they love Kobe, did anybody buy that album? I want to know.
I did not buy that.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Did anybody play it, buy it? Was it good? Good or bad? Nothing?
Yeah, I can't help you.
Is this
with
it?
All this.
Stop, please. Right.
This was his answer to Shaq's rapping, right?
I think so.
You think that Travis is bumping in his Chevy Silverado to this?
Look, I'm not a music critic, but that doesn't sound like the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. Yeah.
He's kind of got a, what's the vibe I'm looking for? He's kind of got
New Jack.
kind of a New Jack
New Jack vibe, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was just about to say that.
New Jack.
Travis and DeMarco tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Don't miss Travis and DeMarco on 710 ESPN.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Is it time to sell your home? Whether you're downsizing, moving, or inheriting a property, call Seller's Advantage. With decades of experience, they offer custom cash solutions and can close in days. No repairs, no agents, no hassle, just a great offer that gives you peace of mind. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com. Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Find what you love and love what you find. A Total Wine & More, the place to go for sipping rosés with seltzers on ice, making margaritas with your favorite tequilas. It's warm out, let's go. Our prices are low on spirits, beer, and wine. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Only at Total Wine & More. Drink responsibly. B21.
With Progressive customer service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
What a lonely boy. 25 minutes in front of 3 o'clock. Mason and I are on our live Imaging Tuesday. So you guys did some ball talk with Dave McMenamin.
Ball talk. Yeah, we really got into it there, man.
By the way, he doesn't think it's, and Mace, see if you agree.
Yep.
He doesn't think Ayton or Horford is coming.
He does not think either one.
So then Jake LaGreca is the star of the free agency.
Okay, we've got to really straighten you out on this because this is Austin Reeves' friend, Jake LaRavia.
Jake LaRavia.
And Don LaGreca works for us in New York.
So
do you think when I do the Jake LaGreca bit with Sedano's going to lose it?
He will.
He will bristle.
Do you have Sedano and Cap today?
No, Sedano and Beto. Cap's on
Sedano and
vacation.
Beto. Oh, yeah. What's
doing
Cap
whatever Rachel tells him to do.
Oh, of course he is.
There you go.
Of course he is.
Scott!
Hey, anybody see F1? Just as a
So
as an
I didn't
aside.
realize it opened this past
Oh,
weekend.
my God. It is so good.
Is it?
Oh, you saw it.
I saw it.
I talked to somebody who saw it, and they thought it was Goofy, and a reach. And then I talked to Emily. I didn't talk to Emily Hebel. I listened to Emily Hebel, and she loved it.
I think
love it more.
I
than,
can't imagine somebody saying Goofy and a reach. It's fantastic. It is
Okay, so
really, really
apparently
good.
At one point, they had a female driver, and they shot it.
No
and
female drivers.
Okay,
There was.
it did not work, so they edited her out.
Oh, okay, got it.
Completely out of the
Got
movie.
it. Yeah. No, Lewis Hamilton is the guy that was sort of like the technical director of that
Right.
whole thing. I think it comes
They
off
spent
great.
$200 million on it.
Yeah, and it's already made $200 million. So yeah, but F1 I strongly recommend. I love that movie.
Why didn't they wait till 4th of July weekend?
Because
Like
Jurassic Park.
I'm looking
Which
forward
I hear
to it.
is not great.
Oh, really?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Is that because it's sea-based?
I think the sea-based creatures are fantastic. That one that's coming up with Scarlett Johansson
Yeah.
on the boat and then the big things giant out. I think that looks cool.
I like when the big things throw out.
Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. All right, so we're going to do Game of Games. Jacob's going to be here. We're going to sneak in a call or two here,
Sure, yeah.
Ireland.
Bang
Let's,
those
let's do it.
calls.
Banging calls. Sam in Pasadena. I like this call. Sam, you're on the radio. What's up, man?
Hey, guys. I'm a Suns fan, and I know firsthand DeAndre Ayton can be lazy. He can't rebound. Sometimes he's just not that guy. But McMenamin saying it's a wash between him and Jackson Hayes, I just had to come on and say that is absolute lunacy.
Well, I think
if you think that's a wash, that's crazy.
But I think it's pure a behavior thing. It's like being late to this and being late to that, and
Yeah,
not exerting
they're,
maximum energy all the time. He's just sketchy that way, and that's his rep around the league.
There's an article in The
But
Athletic.
he makes them a lot more competitive than Jackson Hayes.
Right, but there's an article
I
in
agree
The
with you.
Athletic that came out yesterday basically talking about why Portland released him. And in this article, it mentions that he wouldn't show up for rehab sessions. He was late for team flights, that his care factor really wasn't there. And that's a hard thing to fix.
Yeah.
If you're in the NBA and you're the number one overall pick in the draft and you don't care,
yeah,
I don't know how you fix that. So,
Sam, thank you for there's a DeAndre Ayton defender.
Now, sometimes, I remember this time with Gary Sheffield, the baseball player. He hated it in Milwaukee so much that he was like throwing the ball away at shortstop into the crowd trying to get traded. And everybody said, well, anybody who would do that would never be any good. And then he went on to a potentially Hall of Fame career after that with the Dodgers and the Marlins and a couple other teams. So sometimes change the scenery.
Oh, yeah, you can change.
Scare you straight.
The same way, Luka comes here, he gets unbelievably thin, ready for next year. Thin Luka.
But we haven't seen a video yet.
Yeah, not yet. They're holding that back.
What did you say earlier? We're on. What did you say? Skinny, not skinny.
I have not
Skinny
seen a
Luka.
Skinny Luka video. I've seen a lot of still
So we're on
pictures.
Skinny Luka watch.
All Mason needs is a still picture.
I'm sold.
He did find one video.
I
where
found one video where
Luka
he stands up, waves,
and
but he's
sits
got no
down.
belly.
I don't think you can tell if a guy's skinny based on that. I need to see like actual.
I am going to
video.
find. I'm searching for video
Good.
as we
I hope
speak
you
of
find
Skinny Luka
It's
is going
my-
to rock
it's
it this year.
It's one of my biggest wishes
Yeah.
in life that Luka comes back in great shape.
So, Morales, what did you think? Live Imaging Tuesday was a success today, I think. We made a big announcement.
We made a big announcement. The Mason and Ireland 21st birthday party, Saturday, July 26th. More details tomorrow, but get ready. It's
For the
literally-
No Rules podcast.
It's going to sell out in like an hour. You know Mason and Ireland
right.
listeners, so be ready for that.
So let me ask you about this, Chris. A
Yes.
couple weeks ago, you and Greg sent out a scathing memo. Saying
What
that
was that? I don't know if I remember a scathing memo.
No, it's a scathing memo.
Okay, got it.
That said no alcohol at remotes.
Oh, Yes. right.
Can we have alcohol at the private podcast?
Yeah, it's
event?
not a
This
remote.
is not a remote.
It's not a
Oh,
remote.
yeah.
That's all I need to
Now,
know.
I have never, ever.
You have.
I haven't. I have not ever, never, under any circumstances, gotten stoned for a show.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not going to do it for this
You
either.
can if you want.
I'm not. I've already tried drunk.
Right.
That didn't go well, so I
It
can't
did not-
imagine
it
stoned
wasn't
would
your
go any better.
It wasn't your best effort that
No,
day.
but I do remember the famous line was, "Hey, this is my show."
Why do?
The funny thing is, I drank 2 of those beverages
You
with you.
did.
Yeah,
You're the one
you were an
that got me.
enabler
To,
that
you
day.
convinced
No,
me to
you-
do it.
You went
Morales
like
was
3
like
more.
twisting my arm,
You said,
saying,
"Hey, Morales, you
drink,
want to have a martini
drink.
with me?" I said, "Okay." Then I had one more with you. Then you had 3 after that, and I had stopped.
I had 3 total. I did not have 3 after that.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 total. That was all I needed. All right, so Jacob Arani's very classy operation. Jacob Arani's here. We're talking about getting loaded before a show, but
That's fine.
Everybody's except me.
Exactly. I'm halfway there.
Yeah, we will get Jacob in here next for a little game of games. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You know, we talked about that dinosaur popping through the water at Jurassic Park, the movie. If you want to pop through the water, I don't even have an analogy.
What the hell are you talking about?
If you're having a private party in a
Yes.
hotel room and you want to pop through the water and have some fun,
okay,
do it at my home away from home in downtown L.A., the East Central Hotel, the home of entertainment.
And water popping, apparently.
If you want to pop water, you could do it at East Central Hotel. I didn't do it last night. I got a great night's rest. I was in the green with Sam Pines on my whoop this morning because I had such an amazing sleep.
Very nice.
At
Good.
the East Central Hotel.
Yeah.
The beds, so cozy, comfy, big bed. You could fit 5 people in that bed.
You had 5 people in your bed last night?
I had just me.
How many people can you have? So 5 is the
could have-
limit?
you
Is
could
there
have
a
5
cutoff?
people in that room.
Is there a cutoff, like 5 and that's it?
You could have 5 normal-sized people and like 8 Trudell-sized people. The East Central Hotel, eastcentralhotel.com. 213-748-1291, 213-748-1291. You go over there and you say, hey, sucker, I want the Cappy Penthouse, and they're going to hook you up. The Nixo Lounge, I worked out a little bit this morning before, because now I can lift weights. Now that the heart failure is better.
Good.
I lifted a little bit, then I went on a 4-mile walk outside. I walked right by Jacob and Ronnie's office at 5:45 this morning. The East Central Hotel, I'll be back there tonight, my home away from home. And remember, the softest towels, as Cappy reminds you, you got the big towels that I use for my body, then the middle towels that I use for my privates.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
eastcentralhotel.com.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Coming up next at 3 p.m.
Mr. Alvarez, Sedano's the type of dude that leaves his autograph as a tip, says, "You're welcome, George." Let me tell you something.
What?
Let me tell you something.
You're going to compare those two things? Come on, man. That's
Seriously.
harsh.
Yeah. First of all, I'm a great tipper. Okay, let's start with that.
Yeah, you are. I've seen it. Heck yeah, you are.
I am a great tipper. Cappy's the one that never tips. He's the one that's always complaining. Why is everything got to be a tip? When I go to Starbucks on the app, it tells me should I leave a tip. When I go and put in my credit card, it says 10%, 50%, 20%, and 25%. Why do I got to pick for something that nobody did anything for? I tip all those mother bleepers. Okay? All those mother bleepers get tipped. Listen,
there's your promo, DeAndre.
Literally, all you had to do was ring me up, and I'm giving you 10%. How about that?
Sedano and Cap on 710. The fun way to drive home.
Sedano and Cap.
USC football is more than a game. It's tradition, pride, and unforgettable Saturdays in the Coliseum. Be there for every kickoff, every touchdown, and every unforgettable moment this season. Secure your football season tickets today and lock in the best seats, exclusive fan benefits, and memories that last a lifetime. Don't miss out. We need you in the stands. Visit USCTrojans.com or call 213-740-GO-SC.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call
Jacob. Thank you. Game of games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. Jacob Imrani is here. Jacob is very enthusiastic about what the Lakers have done in the last 24 hours. I can see it from the look on your face. You look satisfied, Jacob.
No, yeah, as an attorney, Jacob, you're reserving judgment until all facts are heard, right?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
I'm reserving a lot of things until I see what happens.
There you go.
Exactly.
All right, it's Ireland's game today. Ireland, what do you got?
Okay, so we got 4 players: Brian Cohen, Laura Romo, Steve Mason, Jacob Imrani. Mace, while you were gone, we had a story.
Okay.
That the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders got a 400% raise
Nice.
last
Good
week.
for them.
But the girls also have to put up with a lot of strict rules.
Okay.
I have a list of rules. Some of these are actual rules that the women have to follow, and the other ones I just made up.
Okay.
Let's go.
So you guys tell me real or fake. Here we go.
Got it.
Rule number 1. If you wear nail polish, it must be blue or silver. No other colors allowed. Brian, true or false?
That's true.
Laura?
That's false.
Mace?
I'm going false.
Jacob?
I'm going false because they may have white as well.
It is false. I completely made it up. And everybody is on the board except for Brian. All right, number 2. They are not allowed to wear glitter of any kind, especially in their makeup. Laura, is that real or fake?
I'll go fake.
Mace?
Real.
Jacob?
I'll go fake as well.
Brian?
Real.
It is real. Mason has
no
the lead.
glitter.
2
You
to
never
1.
see a glittering Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
Okay. Mace, this one for you. No visible tattoos.
Oh.
Real or fake?
Real.
Jacob.
Real.
Brian.
Fake.
Laura.
Fake.
It's real.
Yep.
No visible tattoos.
I could
Absolutely
see that with Jerry
no
Jones.
visible
Yeah,
tattoos.
I could see that with Jerry.
Sure.
All right, Mason 3, Jacob 2, Brian and Laura 1. Jacob, this one coming to you. While a member of the squad, you must privatize all of your social media accounts: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. The team will post any of all pictures of you in your uniform on your behalf. True or false?
I would go true.
Brian.
False.
Laura.
True.
Mace.
True.
It's false. Brian Cohen on the board. I just made it up.
Okay.
All right.
We were
So
due for a false.
Yeah.
Mace 3, Jacob and Brian 2, Laura 1.
Okay.
All right. Brian, back to you. No fraternizing with the players. Not only can you not date the players, you can't even be around the players. True or false?
False.
Laura.
I'm going to go true.
Mace.
I am going to go false.
Jacob.
I'm going to go true.
It's true. You aren't even supposed to be in the same room as those guys.
I can see why.
No lawsuits, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly. Yep, that's
Mace
right.
3, Jacob 3, Brian 2, Laura 2. Very good so far. All right, Laura, this one to you.
All right.
You must appear in full uniform at all team functions. No exceptions.
All team functions.
All team functions, true or false?
False.
Mace.
False.
Jacob.
False.
Brian.
True.
It's false. I made it up.
Yeah, because like a holiday party or something. Come on now, Brian.
Yeah, they got to be ready to go.
No, what you mean you got to be ready to go?
All right,
ready to go.
Jacob and Mace 4, Laura 3, Brian 2. Mace, this one to you.
Got.
No gum, candy, soft drinks are allowed in the studio. Candy is fattening and gum is unladylike. Real or fake?
Fake.
Jacob.
What do you mean in the studio?
Yeah. Where they practice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, where they practice. No, I would say false.
Brian.
False.
Laura.
True.
It's true.
Oh,
was on
wow.
it.
Takes that point.
Yeah. The gum is unladylike is what I thought might
They
give it
actually
away.
say
Yeah.
the gum
Says
is
it on the rules.
Oh, wow.
All right. 3-way tie at the top.
Nice.
Laura, Mace, and Jacob all with 4
That's
each.
right. Let's go.
I won yesterday. Let's
Jacob, this one for you. You cannot appear anywhere alcohol is served or attend parties where alcohol is served. Real or fake?
False.
Okay, Brian.
Fake.
Laura.
I'm gonna go fake.
I'm fake also.
You guys all missed it.
Oh, really?
It's true. They're not allowed where alcohol is served.
You can't
But
go
like
to
a
bar
holiday
or a club
party?
or a
No.
restaurant where they
That's
serve
weird.
nothing?
No, they're
That's
not allowed to be
dumb.
around.
Oh, that's draconian.
I think they think players and alcohol is the demise.
Well, yeah,
of
no.
the
You put the
Cowboy
two
cheerleaders.
together, it's trouble. Yeah.
All right, this is the last one. So
That's
Brian, you're
a
out.
Super Bowl if you put all that together.
All right, three-way tie. This is the last one. I do have a tiebreaker.
Okay.
All right. Each cheerleader must complete a team-related quiz, which includes memorizing most of the 24 members of the Cowboys Ring of Honor. Of the 24, each cheerleader must list at least 20. Real or fake, Laura?
Real.
Mace.
Real.
Jacob.
False.
We have a winner. Did Jacob win?
Jacob and Ryan! I completely made it up. Very nice,
Let's
Jacob.
go. That's 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks. You won last week. You're on a winning
And
streak.
on one where I thought I would get you.
Yes.
Wow.
Why'd you think it was fake?
You know what? I think having to know 20 out of 24 is the part. Either you're
It
gonna
is
have
a
to
little
know
weird.
it.
You
Either you know it or you don't know.
I just made all that
Know
up.
all 24. It's not like, I'll get most
it.
of them. Get
That's
most of
right.
them. So,
So let's do the tiebreaker just
Cool.
for fun. All right, so Brian, you're back in for this one. 59 Super Bowls have been played all time. This year is Super Bowl 60. How many of those 59 have the Cowboys appeared in? They didn't. It doesn't matter if they win or lost. How many of the 59 Super Bowls have the Cowboys appeared in? Mace, what'd you write down?
9.
Jacob?
10.
Laura?
7.
Brian?
8.
On the number, Brian Cohen.
Nice. Good
They've
job,
won
Brian.
5 and lost 3. 8 total.
And they haven't been there since the 1900s.
96.
Since the 90s.
Yeah, the 1900s. Yeah, 96. Yeah.
96.
So, Jacob, you came in here all enthusiastic about Jake LaRavia. I know. We're entering that era now. How do you feel moving into the
First of all,
LaRavia era?
That's a very strong name.
It is a strong name. You're right.
So let's start with that, okay?
Okay, good.
Second of all, watching him, working out with Austin Reeves and being in the same car and all these things that we've been seeing. Listen, I think when you look at it, you know the direction the Lakers are going. They're trying to get younger. They're going to take a shot at this guy at $6 million a year. For them to have called him or be the first call, that's a little surprising.
Yep.
But I guess I'm just thinking that Rob and the team have been so creative that there's got to be something that they're cooking up.
There has to be. There has to be something.
There's something they're cooking up because can't leave. You can't go into this season when everybody's adding and subtracting and saying we're going to stick with
And
this.
talking about cap space in 26 or 20. I mean, come on.
So I know
this is what LeBron was complaining about.
I think they're trying to thread. I've heard it. They're trying to thread the needle and this and that to keep the cap space and get better. But you keep seeing people coming off, and you know that you need a deep bench.
Yep.
That's something we didn't have last year. You need some height, and they let a bunch of people go. So let's see what's coming.
So are you a fan of the signing of DeAndre Ayton, if that happens?
I actually don't hate it. Right. I mean, I look at him as a younger guy. I know that he doesn't have the greatest reputation, but then we've seen most of these guys come to L.A. They need the Lakers. He needs the Lakers as much as the Lakers need him.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to come over here, and he needs to play well if they get him. And then that's an opportunity like every one of these other guys. They parlay it into a huge contract after it. So I don't think we have a lot of other choices.
There are not a lot of options on the board.
So, based on nothing left, you need to have somebody who's above 7'2" and not very skinny.
Although when I asked Dave McMenamin, I said, Horford, Ayton, or other, he said other.
Yeah, so he thinks something might be coming.
He thinks something might be
like
coming.
you do, Jacob. He thinks something might be coming down the pike.
It's just I hate this. There's no way, as if like I know, but it's just hard for me to understand with all of this stuff you've been hearing with LeBron. Are we going to get better? Are we not? They're not very active. There's got to be something coming. So, Laker fans, let's keep our fingers crossed.
Okay. Everybody's got their fingers crossed. Hey, don't forget, Game of Games is brought to you by today's winner, Jacob and Ronnie.
Feeling good.
2 in a row.
When you need a big win like Jacob just got after an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. Jacob, it is awesome seeing you. Thanks a lot, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Doing some super crosstalk next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Welcome to Big Tobacco's Fantasyland, where they want you to believe vapes are calming and pretend nicotine won't lead to increased anxiety and depression. Big Tobacco's Fantasyland is a nightmare for us all.
It was breaking news that shook the sports world.
The Buss family is entering an agreement to sell majority ownership of the Lakers to Mark Walters.
But one thing remains the same.
The heart of every Lakers fan beats through 710 ESPN.
Oh, my God, guys. What a day in Lakerland.
From shock to excitement.
From questions to confidence.
This now puts the Lakers in every conversation. Now there isn't a player they can't afford.
The reaction started right here on 710 ESPN.
This is awesome.
New era for the purple and gold. Same home for the Los Angeles Lakers.
710 ESPN.
Have you checked out the new Park West Bicycle Casino? Only 9 miles from downtown LA, right off the 710. The bike has been reimagined with new ownership, renovations, and 200 table games. On July 1st and July 15th, buy in for $100 and get $100 in Lucky Chips plus $50 in free play chips. ESPN listeners get $30 in match play when they walk in and say, Cappy sent me. Park West Bicycle Casino. Real cards, real prizes, real close.
Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER. GAR-001291, 001289, 001292. PSIS license number 1358.
Don't miss Travis and DeMarco.
Live from LA Live. Back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
That's a bad deal.
Trev?
Because I stunk, not because of anything I did. Like, I was not a problematic teammate. I was not a chirper back at the coach. When I got benched, it's because I couldn't get anybody out.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get to pitch anymore. Why? Because you don't get anybody out. Oh, it's a hard thing to argue.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
On 710 ESPN.
Your friends at George Chevrolet want to wish you a safe and happy holiday this 4th of July. There's no better way to celebrate than behind the wheel of a new Chevy. Happy Independence Day from George Chevrolet, proudly serving our community in the red, white, and blue.
Thinking about selling your home? Seller's Advantage makes it easy. No agents, commissions, open houses, or costly repairs. They'll give you a fair cash offer with no surprises. One seller said, and I quote, Seller's Advantage was faster, easier, and more rewarding than listing my house. The offer matched my expectations, and the process was stress-free. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
USC football is more than a game. It's tradition, pride, and unforgettable Saturdays in the Coliseum. Be there for every kickoff, every touchdown, and every unforgettable moment this season. Secure your football season tickets today and lock in the best seats, exclusive fan benefits, and memories that last a lifetime. Don't miss out. We need you in the stands. Visit USCTrojans.com or call 213-740-GO-SC.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins. Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Shadano is here, and you were saying Cappy is
Cappy
not.
definitely misses us.
So what's
He has texted us so many times today.
Yeah, he can't, even when he's away, he can't
Well,
cut the cord.
Which is interesting because, we always have this joke that I remember the first time, maybe not the first time, but like 2 years ago, the running joke was he was going on vacation, but he told me and Lindsay, but I'm not out of pocket. is the way he phrased
So
it.
I'm reachable, but
Right. So we always joke with him, are you out of pocket or are you in pocket? Right?
Got it.
So he has been, for the first few days of his vacation, we didn't hear a word from Cappy.
Do you know where he is?
I have no idea.
No idea. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So we were like, oh, wow, look at Cappy actually out of pocket. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Good
Like,
for
good for
him.
him.
Yeah.
And then today, there's just been a lot of texts from Cappy. And one which even he said, I miss you guys.
Really?
Yeah, he's clearly bored at this
Yeah.
point. Whatever
So
he's doing,
but
he's
you
bored.
don't know what he's doing,
Parts
is.
unknown, like
Parts
George
unknown.
the Animal Steel.
Well, and there are
Yeah.
no pictures on Instagram from Cappy?
Not that I've seen. Beto, have you seen any Cappy pictures?
No, I don't follow him.
Excellent. Excellent. So it's
Sorry for
been-
being late, guys. Don't have kids.
No worries. It would be
Summertime kids. My goodness.
It's been a thrilling 24 hours for the Lakers.
Oh, so thrilling.
I mean, obviously Jake LaRavia and all the rest.
Yeah.
All the other stuff that they've done. How are you?
Those other things.
The other things have been also intriguing.
Imagine us in real time as all these signings are being announced. And then we're like, okay, well, the Rockets have added like 16 players.
I know.
And Denver's added.
Denver's added, but Denver's
Denver's
really
added
active.
some more players.
The Clippers.
The Clippers. That was the one where we were like, wait, Brook Lopez went to the Clippers?
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was in the bag for the Lakers.
It felt like it was. And I mean, I've heard that was kind of like their option A.
Well, they couldn't offer him a ton. The Clippers could offer him more money.
Right.
So there's that. But yeah, I was very surprised. So then we finally got Lakers news. I saw the Lakers logo pop up.
Yeah.
I'm like, here we go.
Yeah.
And then it was Jake LaRavia. He's a nice player, but I mean, it's not like it's not what I expected.
Morales calling him something else. Right?
I
LaGreca,
called him
I
Jake
think.
LaGreca.
Yeah.
Can't even let the guy put a jersey on.
Seriously, respect.
He's actually a good player.
He's a solid player.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
can shoot.
Yeah, he can shoot. He shot 42% from from three last year.
Yeah.
So
There was a graphic that came out, all of LaRavia's shots, nothing in the mid-range, all three-point shots. That's what he
That's
does.
what you
that's
should be
what
doing.
you want.
That's the NBA, yeah.
That's what you want.
But it has been, doing that show yesterday, there was a lot of stuff coming at us.
It was fun.
Right.
But none of it was Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, I was listening yesterday. And now, here's my
A lot
question.
of LeBron.
Oh, there was a lot of LeBron other than the
A couple of don't aggregate me rants from George.
Oh, did you have some don't
Yeah,
aggregate
because
me
here's
rants?
the thing: I love the guys back there.
Yeah.
But sometimes
They do pull out those
they'll put
clips.
some stuff that may get me into some trouble.
Yeah.
So I'll give you the real stuff on the show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't want it circulated, 16 million times on every platform.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I gave them some takes though, like some stuff I wanted out
Duncan
there.
Robinson to Detroit.
Yeah, that's easy because Malik Beasley and Tim Hardaway Jr. are not there.
Oh,
48 million, 3 years for Duncan Robinson. Good for him. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that Malik Beasley thing. Boy,
yeah.
what a weird choice.
But you know what? I can't believe it doesn't happen more.
And maybe
I mean, it's just so,
maybe
some
it-
videos coming
maybe
out.
it is-
so
Maybe
manipulative.
it is happening.
It's from the
more.
year it was in Milwaukee. It's not
Yeah,
from last
not
year.
recently.
Okay, yeah, but maybe it is happening more, and we just don't know about it. Because
Although-
gambling is pretty
That
prevalent.
little bucket at the end.
Although I read an article, I can't find it right now. Yeah, there it is. That the books have become very, very good at catching this. That they are monitoring it so closely. Like somebody bet on the Alabama baseball game a few years ago. They're like, bam.
Yep.
That's-
we
that's
bet
how-
on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody.
So I
Got a
mean,
guy.
I think they're monitoring it very closely. But you know what I wonder about is all the college kids who've got prop number, X number of over, under, more, less, all that stuff. It's so. If you're a kid,
Put $50 on yourself.
yeah, exactly.
Like, give me half a rebound. I got that.
Yeah,
Battling with 3 seconds to go, giving up the body diving. Like there was a video of
Well,
Beasley.
normally, Beto, it goes the other way. Like it'll say under 3 rebounds, so
Yeah.
you don't even attempt to get a rebound.
exactly.
Yeah, there's all kinds
Very, very.
Yeah, but there's a video of Beasley from 2 years ago where he just pretended to play defense, like whoops, and then that guy went and covered. Then he had one that was like a rebound with 3 seconds,
And he
went
raced down
94.
court and, yeah.
I was like,
That
oh,
bucket. Yeah, there's stuff going
covered
on
by
there.
half a point.
Yeah. So I asked this question to Dave McMenamin. I'll ask it to you guys too. A, Al Horford. B, DeAndre Ayton. C, other. Who do they wind up with?
God. I think Horford's going to the Warriors.
Yep.
I would say, here's how I would classify DeAndre Ayton. Underachiever who has a very low motor and has a low
Care factor?
Yes. That's exactly the way I would describe it.
Even before Sam Amick's article yesterday in the Athletic, or no, Jonathan Quick had the article about what they don't like about him in Portland.
Yes.
I didn't like him because when he would come to town, he would never really put in a workout. The 4 times we would see him, he would just go through the motions, kind of working out, and that translated to his game.
Yeah.
And then every now and then he'd have a good game, but he's not consistent. When you're 26 years old and you're the former number 1 pick, you should be something. We should be waiting for you to be something, right? And I know people say, "Oh, change of scenery when you come to LA." Well, they're not a team that can groom somebody. They're more. We need you to help right now.
Yeah, this isn't that right now play. Yeah.
And when Chauncey Billups is giving up on you, that guy's a good coach who knows how to nurture. He played with how many crazy people in the NBA, and he's kind of in about him. But there was a video or a picture on Aiden's Instagram with the conspiracy going. He's wearing a black LA cap. He landed in the Bahamas today. Oh, he's wearing an LA cap.
I hate this tea leaves thing. The what does that mean?
You live in that.
By the way,
that's all you.
Giannis's mood.
Oh yeah,
the mood one. I'm like, I have no idea what he's trying to say.
Here's the thing.
What was he trying to say?
Here's what I'll say about Giannis. They don't make that move without consulting Giannis.
Sure.
Let's start with that. Okay. Now, after the fact, he could be annoyed by it or whatever based on the reaction to it. I still think. I think Giannis sticks it out one more year in Milwaukee, if I had to guess, because they can. Then he's eligible for the extension. So at least one more year, I think, in Milwaukee.
And then he slides into that LeBron cap space.
There you go. Tea leaves, huh, Mace?
Well, he'd have to play. Wouldn't he have to play 1 year, I think, after the extension?
I don't know.
I'd have to double check on that. So I don't think he slides.
I just like the idea of. I like the idea of Giannis and Luka together. How do we make that happen?
2027. Let's go, Mace.
2027. Let's roll.
Yeah, I mean maybe in 2027, but I don't know. I listen. You better make sure you secure Luka first. If you're the Lakers,
that's
for
the
sure.
thing I don't think
August
is
2nd.
getting talked about enough. Is that Luke? They don't have Luka past next year,
right? And if this team comes back as is, without like a real viable center option, they're not any better than they were last year. So, and the West has gotten better.
Yeah,
that's not good.
Yeah, this is Dan Wakey. Sources tell me in addition to DeAndre Ayton, Lakers evaluating other options in free agency and especially via trade. So
I mean, Nick Claxton could be had.
Yeah, Nick Claxton, I think.
But you're going to have to give up the
first. That was always my first
Would
choice.
you have to give up Austin?
No, I think you have to give up the first for sure.
I agree with you.
Yeah, but they've been reluctant to part with the first.
Yeah, I mean, he's a 7th grader. Let's roll.
Yeah, that's exactly what he is right now. That kid's a
I'm with you. We talked about this yesterday.
You're not going to be here by then.
No, exactly.
Hell no.
We could be retired.
2031. You think you're done?
2031.
You're calling it?
He's gone.
No, didn't you already announce your retirement after the 28 Olympics?
28 Olympics, exactly.
Are you going to work him?
Wait, I thought you reneged on that.
I did renege. I'm working till.
You look fresh, baby.
You will have to peel this microphone out of my cold dead hands. That's the way I roll.
And
Ireland, I'm gone.
If I'm still here in 28, I want you to shoot me in my cold dead hand.
No problem, John. I got you.
Yeah.
Put you in that golf cart. We got it, baby.
Amen.
So you really want to work the Olympics?
Oh, I'd love to work the Olympics.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do it.
I love the. You want to do it, right?
That's the only thing I haven't done in my career. After that, I'm gone.
Oh, it's so cool. The Olympics are. I think it's going to be
only
amazing in LA. Amazing in LA.
It was in '84. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, Mace. Let's go. Then you can retire.
You know what I saw? This is super cool. So the athletes, did you see these little helicopter taxi things they're going to use to transport athletes to venues?
Supposedly.
No. Oh, no, I did see this.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're
Lindsay
like
had the story.
helicopter car things
Yeah.
that fly
Like
through
the
the air.
Jetsons.
Ireland, are you in?
I'll let you, as
Helicopter
usual,
car
I'll
through
let
the
you
air?
ride on one,
Yeah.
and if it doesn't
Dude,
crash,
love
I'll do
those.
it.
Love those.
Well, did you see that in Austin, Google has started these robo-taxis?
Wait a minute, isn't it? It's Musk, isn't it?
I don't know. I thought
In
it was
Austin.
Google.
Okay.
Is it Tesla that's doing it?
They're
called robo-taxis,
Right.
but apparently they're a huge hit.
Oh,
like
I believe
they're
it.
all over
They're
the city.
flying?
Well, they're basically like Waymos, but these are the first city they've introduced it to, and
Yeah, those are the Teslas in Austin.
those are and aren't they called robo-taxis?
Robo-taxis, yeah.
So no
crazy.
driver, they'll take you anywhere.
We've got. Have you still not been in a Waymo?
I've been next to a Waymo.
You should absolutely go in a Waymo just for the experience of
We
it.
threw Funchy in a Waymo. He
Yeah, I
did great.
know. I heard that bit. I heard
Funch
that.
on the
That's a great
street was
bit.
good.
Yeah.
So what was your big announcement today?
We are doing a live podcast on July the 26th.
Oh, nice.
And we're going to do a big show. It'll be only exclusively for people that are
invite
there.
only, Beto. I'm only getting one ticket. You want my one
If
ticket?
it was any other day.
Exactly. God, I've taught you well.
There's room for about
So proud of
125
you.
listeners.
All right, boys,
125
have a good
people.
show.
There you go. Exactly.
So proud of you.
Have I heard about the Worthy Splash? Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
Yesterday, we're
I
telling
had my,
all new stories. All new stories during this show.
Hey, I've had
All new ones.
all
Wow.
new
The ones you've been saving.
Correct.
Yes, for
correct.
30 years. I had my Children's Hospital golf round with Worthy yesterday. Michael LeBounty and his dad Eric, great guys. First thing we did, Worthy
There
splashes.
you go. That's the way to do it.
Indoctrinated them early.
Yeah. What did you shoot?